right. Well. I think what I'll do is, instead of giving a recap, just sort of giving a rough idea of where we are. Our villains here are way over in near Rehazix. I'm pretty sure I have a map here, world map. Opposite. Here we go. All right, so they're up here, just north of the A and Rehazix, roughly out to sea, so maybe somewhere out here. Having braved a terrible storm and come through it successfully with minimal damage to the ship, which is very impressive, thanks to everyone's quick thinking and quick acting. They're going to rest tonight to recharge after such an adventure. And in the morning, Mavriel is going to run a spell that they received on a scroll to transport the ship themselves and its crew from here to Rehazix, Banff, all the way over to right about here is where the Ikram port is. Ikram's somewhere up here, so northwestern part of Sarel. In an attempt to pursue Nobella / Ormia. Ooh, thank you for the tweet. Yeah, let's hit that. All right. Gosh, we have so many good images to use for this tweet because there's so much going on out there. I like that ocean monster one, but I think a nice stormy one would be even better. But that's what I've got. There we go. Do that. All right. We'll get that out. And we'll love on all the people that tweeted. Thank you so much. All right. So I have a little bit of an opening scene to prepare us and put us into the moment. I am going to put up that rain sound because that was actually pretty fun last time.
Just make sure it's not loud.
Yeah. I'm going to tweak it way down. All right, chat, if you can let me know how that sounds. If you can hear it, and if so, if it's loud, I want it to be subtle, ambient, and not obstruct our players whatsoever. I will keep an eye on OBS, which I do not have pulled up. There we go. Okay.
I think it sounds good.
Oh, good. Yes. No, Danny. There's some stuff that she has happening that she's dealing with. So she cannot be here tonight, unfortunately. All right. So, here we go. The rapping of moderate rainfall upon the boards of the deck acts as a reminder to everyone of the danger they just surmounted here on the high seas. Evie has returned from the bow of the ship, resting herself now against the main mast in a seated position, settling in for a night's rest. The crew continues to work with their work about the ship with a newfound respect for their new captain and her traveling mates. Well, some of them. Mavriel rests below deck in her cabin, preparing for the significant casting work ahead of her tomorrow to transport the ship and its crew over to Ikram in the blink of an eye. Marcon, taking a strong hit of dust, has traveled off to a well-earned sleep after his bravery in holding down the ship and managing the cannons in a particular moment of crisis today. Thaxl prepares for rest as well, but first she checks in with her true love, her husband, Tassos. Last she'd spoken, she'd urged him to follow directly after Nobella and return her to the dungeon for safekeeping until she herself could arrive. She updates him and sends her love, only to receive an unexpected reply from Nobella. Oh, I thought taking this old stone off that body might come in handy. Coming after me, are you? Thaxl, right? So you knew this person. Lovely. Well, I'm sure you'll join him soon. Please do catch up. As the message traverses the Titan's belt, which is the span of ocean across the center here, we, the Watchers, witness with white knuckles and bated breath. As is our solemn duty, we must bear witness to the epic tale that is Kyr's Lament. And with that, we'll jump back to, well, I guess Thaxl with the stone up in the rain on the deck of the ship. You found some ponchos in there, so you can be wearing that if you wish to. Some rain jacket ponchos.
Nah.
Little lightning
She's
cracks
all
in the back.
about-
And highlights the side of Thaxl's face. For drama.
Yeah, you need a drama. She's clutching that stone. She knows, yeah, because we did the roll last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She clutches it, white-knuckled, seething, and whips around to go find probably Evie, since this is her ship.
Okay. You have that, thank you for reminding me, you do have that moment of that connection of true love that transcends time and space, and you do feel the presence of Tassos still here on the Prime, thankfully. So, you don't have to walk too far. You happen to catch a glimpse of Evie walking over towards to rest back up against that main mast maybe 10-15 minutes ago. So you'll find her over there maybe 30 feet away from where you are, 30, 40.
I will lean down inches from her face. Evie! Are you decking me?
Yes.
Oh, make a dex save, Thaxl. Quick.
Oh!
Evie's pretty good with her punches, so if you beat a 15...
Nat 20.
Oh, okay. You just-
Oh, you motherfucker.
23. Woo!
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing.
Dude, it's... Okay, I need to stop getting into people's face. I get it. We have got to go. Now.
Sorry, love. What?
We've got to go. Now. Get up. Let's go.
Why the bloody hell do we have to go now?
Because, do you remember that bitch I told you about that we're pursuing right now?
Like,
That I'm gonna like kill? Yeah, she took somebody. And now I need to kill her faster.
let me give us. You woke me up for this?
I did, yes.
Why should I help you with this?
Because we got your ship. I thought the deal was get your ship and then go get the bitch. Ship first, bitch lit. Next.
Okay, who did she kill, love? Or attack, whatever.
Oh, so she did it. Oh, I thought we had a story already. Anyways, so a while
I might have
back.
been drunk.
Okay. And then she's going to kind of like fill you in on the crossover or the stuff leading up to the crossover. She was known as Nobella, and then we met up with this group, and then she stabbed us all in the back. Apparently, she also has a tryst with that group, and really, we just all want her dead. But, and she has a cloak. She has my cloak. That was gifted to me. It was gifted to me. It's a cloak of, I have it written down somewhere. Sure. Anyways, right? Yes. But more importantly, she took somebody of high importance to me. And if anything happens to this individual, I will lose my shit. So can we please go? Please.
Are you sure you're not married, love?
Okay, fine. It's my husband.
Oh, huh. Right.
Will that make us hurry up? That was more truthful just now. Can we just?
Fine. My God! Get your ass up!
Where is he? I'll go get
He's
him.
in his cabin. He drifted off hard. He took his hit of dust, and that just knocks you straight into deep sleep.
Cool. Do you want to deal with him, or do you want to go find Maeve? Because
You handle Maeve, love, and I'll get him. I'm just groggily getting up and just like, okay.
he goes and runs off to find Maeve, so we can hurry it up.
I'll let Evie and Marcon go
remember
first.
me.
Yeah.
I don't remember me being this pushy.
Marcon's out. It's amazing.
I'll try to kick it. Oh no, is it unlocked or did he?
I'm
you
pretty sure
locked
it's
it,
like
right?
locked and maybe with a chair. I think is the comment. Yeah.
I'll take my pistol and shoot the doorknob.
You shoot the doorknob.
Mm-hmm.
That'll probably wake you up if you want to. And you see like splinters fly across your room. There's a hole where the doorknob was.
Sorry, love. I'm still waking up myself.
Why did you shoot the door handle?
It was locked, okay? I didn't want to waste a good bullet on it. You owe me a bullet.
I was trying to sleep. Why are you waking me up right now? What is happening? What are you doing?
Anyway, apparently her husband,
Whose husband? What are you
Thaxl.
talking about?
Thaxl,
Thaxl doesn't have a husband. What the hell are you talking
or
about?
something. Husband, boyfriend.
Husband?
I
Thaxl?
don't-
I highly doubt that.
Somebody.
I highly doubt
Anyway,
that. There's no way.
that bitch woke me up.
Are you having a fever dream? Did you drink some of that shit in the cabin? Why are you in here talking about Thaxl's husband
Am I
shooting the
still
door?
hungover
What are you
on that
doing?
absinthe?
What is happening right
Am
now?
I still high?
You might be. You just shot my door and told me Thaxl had a husband. I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that. There's no way. Evie, it's okay. Just go back to the room and get some sleep. You did a lot
Crash on the
tonight.
bed that you're sleeping on.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
I called my bed first to avoid shit like this. Is she still sleeping?
I'll be
Is she-
out.
Oh, she's passed out. I'm just gonna poke her. I'm gonna keep poking her. Hey, get up. You have a bed. It's bigger than mine. Get out of here. Get out. He's gonna keep poking her.
Start kicking you. She's gonna start kicking you.
Awesome.
I'll put my boot in your face.
I was also Marcon is gonna attempt to grapple her to get her up and out of the room.
Are you?
That's amazing. Go ahead and roll an athletics check, Marcon, and Evie make it either athletics or acrobatics.
He literally tried to pick me up.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah,
I'm trying to pick you up.
you know what? You go ahead and do those rolls, and I'll switch over for timing wise with Thaxl approaching Maves, who's like several door. I think she's another deck down, actually.
Well,
Marcon
she's
got a
knocking
20
on every door.
Marcon got a 21 on his athletics check.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yep, I'm totally like
Nice.
right out the door.
Marcon is not trying to be like I'm not trying to hurt her, but I am trying to get her the fuck out of here. I'm trying to go to sleep.
You begin like that awkward process of picking up a squirmy individual.
Yeah, it's just like all right, Captain.
Watching out.
All right, Captain. All right, Captain. All right, Captain. Captain, I'm not letting you go till you leave my room.
Fine. All right.
Nice.
Pick up my hat, dust it up. Fine.
Awesome.
Eat
And
you.
when we get into port, I'm gonna need a new doorknob, and I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Awesome. So as you're sort of scrambling, getting ready to do that, in the meanwhile, Thaxl, you would have found Maeve, down the hallway, almost, I think, just down the stairs in the next level. Enter.
Hey.
Enter.
You sound way too calm for this. We have got to go.
Calm for what, dear?
Now.
Why the change in plans?
It's really not a change of plans. It's a, we are, whatever the timeline. We're jumping the timeline. We are fast forwarding this timeline. We have got to go catch up with this bitch so we can kill her.
Oh, she sits up and adjusts a nightgown or whatever she wears. Well, something happened.
Yes. I was messaging my informant and the time that we're heading, just to let them know that we're going there and whatever. And then Nobella picked up the stone and sent me a message. And so now that she has this individual,
yes,
and is pretending like she killed him or something, which I know is not true.
All right.
And we just have to go because we have to go.
I agree. Let us go.
Wow, you're a lot easier to convince than Evie.
So yeah. Once she heard that Nobella has, your informant and some things are picking up speed, she'll just, put on another overcoat or whatever she's gonna wear, and head out, grab the scroll, grab the components, and so as the two of you are walking, back up the stairway and down the hallway, you see Evie coming out, giving the double birds in the room to Marcotte as she leaves this room.
What are you doing?
Oh. Your turn.
I will march in there and I can alter self now. I will, because it's at will, I am going to shape change into a sexy thing that I think Marcon would find attractive.
Nice. And
I'm going to slither up into bed like this.
You feel another individual climb into bed, Marcotte.
I start tracing whatever, his shoulder, arm, whatever. Hey, you. What brings you to my bed?
Why is Marco's just gonna be very upset at this point. He's like, why is everybody coming into my room right now? He's gonna be very upset. He's gonna turn around he's gonna push her off the bed too. He's gonna push her off the bed. Marcotte is extremely frustrated with all these people coming into his room. He's gonna be like, what do you want? Who are you? What? Why are you in my room right now? Why are you here? As a matter of fact, and then Marcotte goes and grabs his Dragon Slayer sword.
Oh,
he's like, tell me who you are, and he puts the sword to Thaxl's back. Or who he doesn't know is Thaxl. This
right.
She I got this. So in this new alter form, it looked like she had a towel or something. It's gonna be one of those moves where she kind of rips it off, but it turns back into Thaxl.
Nice.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Oh my god.
That's awesome, Evie.
Why are you crawling into my bed as another person? Why are you doing that?
And I am going to do just a simple gust cantrip to throw him off. Get your ass up out of bed, and we are going now.
Going where? Where are we going? You should know. Evie came in here drunk on absinthe, talking about you had a fucking husband. What is she talking about? Is that what's happening? What do you mean?
I didn't know she was gonna blurt that out. Okay.
I thought she was high. So is it true? Somebody married you? What? That's so crazy.
Excuse me. I have a goddamn delight. Anybody be lucky enough to marry me. So do you know that time where you and Aga were fighting and shit, and I had to save your ass? Or I think that was one of those times.
You didn't save me.
Well, I saved him.
Yeah, you saved him.
Okay, I turned into an eagle and we went away for a little bit. I went back home briefly and got married. Okay?
So are we going to save your husband, or
Yes.
what's happening right now? What time is it? How long did we just stop, like, get out of that storm? Like,
There was a couple hours after the storm thing. I think you had like 3 hours downtime after the storm, but it was bedtime. It was like 9:30, so it's like 10. You didn't really get much sleep. You had like 20 minutes of dust time, and then like 10 or 15 of sleep before she came in here.
We just got done with that fucking storm. Too.
Oh my god! So why do we need to go get your husband right? How do you even know something's wrong?
Lapis Sending Stone. Do you know what one of these are?
Yes.
All right. We share one. Or
Okay.
he has one, I have one. He is my informant in Ikram. And he is on the move
Okay.
to chase down Nobella or Ormia or whatever
Why
the
didn't
fuck
you
her name is.
Why didn't you say your informant was in trouble? I would have moved quicker.
I didn't know until literally 10 minutes ago.
Oh, fair enough. But still.
And I don't think things through. Hello. But anyways,
No shit.
I have a problem, and I know this. I've been made aware. But I sent this message to give him a heads up. And then that motherfucking bitch decided to send a message back to me because she picked it up off of him. And she said it was his body, but I know he's not really dead. We had like this really cosmic like connection. It's so ungodly. Ungodly, whatever. Fuck.
Wait. Your cosmic. Based on your cosmic connection to somebody you know as a known killer, you think your husband is still alive?
Oh hell yeah. Have you
Because
ever
of
been in
a
love?
feeling?
Have you ever been in love?
No.
Okay, then you don't know shit. So when you have that connection,
I'm gonna start laughing and cackling in the background
Nice.
because I
You-
sat on the steps.
feel it in your bones. He's not dead, but we have to go. Anyways, we have to go now and kill her before she gets it into her head. I don't know what's happening. We really should go. She's dangerous, and I need her dead.
Okay. There are better ways we could have went about that. Let me put my shit on and let's go. But we'll talk about this shit later. You don't do that shit again. Don't climb into my bed. I almost killed you. And he's gonna go put his shit on.
Nice.
I just picked up a new thing. I wanted to test it. Okay, sorry.
Why did you use it on me?
I don't know. Very
It's cabin fever.
distraught.
Thaxl, if we're supposed to be part of a team, that was a dick move.
I'm sorry. I really am. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what happens. This is what happens when people mess with my family.
He's just shaking
Do
his head,
shit.
putting on his
No, this is
stuff.
what happens when it's been a while.
That
Nice.
too. What she said.
As you turn to Thaxl to head out of the room, you see, well, Mavriel doesn't call you out verbally for like the whole informant versus husband information. She gives you the look, like, and then it has some deck ahead of you.
Yeah.
With a
yeah,
sigh,
yeah.
a classic Maeve sigh, and then she heads up and to prepare stuff. So it's a matter of oh gosh, with the rain. So they find some tarpaulin type material to prevent a lot of rainfall over a good 15 by 15 foot area of the deck here. It takes about half an hour to set up all the components for this big spell. And Maeve calls everyone over. There's your classic arcane circle with smaller circles around the perimeter, one for each person, including the crew. Except for her. Hers is in the very center. She asks everyone, please, we're ready. I'll need everyone to focus and concentrate and utter the words. And she gives like a little mantra, a little phrase to repeat and repeat and repeat to focus on the spell. And begins casting. Can I just have everyone do a it'd be a concentration check, which is a Constitution saving throw, I believe, for concentration checks. So.
Are we all together? Add +4 to you guys' save.
Nice.
+4? Okay, sweet. Thank you.
You said con?
It's like a con save, sort of like when you're casting a spell and you get hit with something. I know no one's getting hit, but it's basically my best way to gauge everyone's concentration.
Okay. Mark, I got a 14.
Thanks. What'd you get, Evie?
28.
Oh, nice. You are very skilled at this.
I mean,
what did you get?
18.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, easily. Okay, so with those 3 rolls, we don't have to roll for the crewmates. So you're all very focused on this, and after about 10 minutes of casting and chanting that little mantra, the entire ship and all of you, you see the rain, like the ocean, sort of as space bends, it looks like it's folding in on you, and then it bursts back out like a bubble. There's water again. You are just outside of port, of Ikram's port. Close enough to use. There are some oars that you can use below deck on this ship for when you're really close like this, to bring yourself into port. Or rather, Evie, you can, of course, ask a couple of your crew to do it. If you'd rather order them to, but...
Alright, lads, get your shit together. Get those oars up. I'm fucking tired. Thaxl,
Hi, Captain.
again.
And they'll run down. Of course, the sun's out here. It's a good 5 hours earlier in the day here. No rain. Skies are cloudy, but not rainy. The city's a bit dim. Let's see, who's been here before? So, Evie, you would have been here at least once or twice. I think, Marcon, you've been to Ikram maybe, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once.
Cool. Thaxl, of course, you've been here plenty, and Mavriel has not. So Thaxl, I think, would notice more so than anyone else. It doesn't have quite the same, there's usually lights that shine about the city, give a bit of a cast an aura around the city. It seems diminished somehow. But the crew people go down and row the oars and get you into dock. As they set up a gangplank, a couple of individuals, about 5, individuals walk up. This is customary, of course, CV, you're used to this in a new port. The one that is leading them, welcome to Ikram. Might I see your ship's papers, please, and what purpose of your visit? All customary stuff.
Okay.
Nice. All right, so you get the papers, you fork them over, and all right, and oops, what? Where are my notes at? I just had it. Right. 10. I was pretty sure that I had that handy, but now I don't. And I need... here we go. Okay, good. Right, alright. And which one of you is Rensicott? Looks at the papers and up at the three of you. Or 4 of you.
Oh, what was the name he said?
Rensicott. The owner on the papers, Rensicott Thornwhistle.
Oh, that's me. I'm Scott Thornwhistle.
All right. And that adds a little knowing the last name to the, everything seems in order, so he's not really like, all right, Mr. Thornwhistle. And Captain is, looks at the other 3, Thaxl, Evie, and, sees Thaxl pointing. You, ma'am, you're the captain. Your name is,
Oh, Evie.
All right, pleasure. You might want to hand some papers back. Be sure you update those papers, ma'am, with your name on there to not a big deal right now, but looks around at Thaxl and Mavriel, of course.
I'll be good, love. We need to get going.
You see two of the people behind him looking at Thaxl like,
What?
oh, one of them taps the lead guy in the shoulder. Just a moment, ma'am. Turns back to talk to them. Looks over back at Thaxl. Back. Right. Well, yeah. Are you your name, ma'am? Looks at Thaxl.
That depends. Who's asking and why?
Oh, well, a couple of boys here thought that you might be Tassos' significant other. Well, he would have shared it with everyone. Tassos' wife. Thaxl.
Is okay. Good. I was just making sure that everything was good. Yes. I'm Thaxl.
Right. All right. Well,
Yes.
you heading up to the estate, or where would you like to? You need an escort or anything, ma'am? And they just seem to show an extra amount of reverence now that they know who you are.
Yes. Give me.
Maybe he's like,
What? He's not at the estate, is he?
no, ma'am. I do believe that he just passed through here a few hours ago.
Just a few hours ago?
Ah.
Was he on a ship?
Right. Yep. Took our fastest ship and said he had some urgent need of it and set out.
Do you all have any means of tracking said ship? I think he's in trouble,
Well,
which is why I'm here.
we don't hear, but I suppose I reckon maybe up at the estate, perhaps some of Valentino or one of them might have a means of tracking their boy.
That's way Valentino. I know the name. I don't know if Thaxl ever met the
I
guy.
don't think so. Maybe
think
in
so.
passing once. It was the dwarven woman that I think you met a time or two.
Okay.
And what's her name? The heck was her name?
Magdalena.
Yeah, Magdalena. That's it.
Yeah. God, I hate that bitch. Okay. So
Who doesn't she hate?
there's nothing wrong with Magdalena, really.
Just
It's
annoying.
she picked the hate up from Rhea. Yes, please escort us to the estate by all means.
Right.
Yes.
All right, boys, and turns back, and it happens to be four guys here. So they line up down to the bottom of the gangplank. He excuses himself to go take care of his harbor work, and you have an escort of four dock officers.
Before we leave the ship, I'm gonna tell the crew I'm gonna give them some gold to go and find some wood to fix up to repair the ship.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see to it.
While we're gone.
Very well. Okay. Yeah. You'd also know that. So it'd be really difficult to prove the ship is yours in most cases and get your name in that document. But with your sly nature, you'd probably know that abusing Thaxl's power here and influence, you might be able to make that happen with a lot less trouble.
I got you, boo.
Are all of you heading up then with Thaxl up to this estate?
How far away is it?
Probably a 25-minute walk to go through the city up to the estate. It's in the highest part, elevation-wise, up in the center.
Would you like me to call on my horsey and you can ride with me?
No, love. I like a brother.
There's plenty here, Thaxl.
I-
They're all ching 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 because it's Ikram, but
You have to have a lot of coin. They're very high-end brothels, just to let you know.
Only the best
Like-
stuff.
Only the best for you. Okay, why don't you go do that and then meet us at the estate, that big compound over there.
Okay. All right.
You can see it up on the
Yeah.
hill. It's a walk, but in the distance, it's the only building that has. You see some trees there. This city here is like Venice, in that it has a number of riverways and person crafted waterways, bright like primary colors. Very much like Venetian architecture and stuff.
Oh, yes.
All right. So Evie, you head off to a brothel. And Thaxl, Marcon, and Maeve continue up to this estate, the Davanstaar Estate. Seemingly no issue. Of course, Thaxl and Marcon, you recall that Rhea, or at least Thaxl, that Rhea had said, "Hey, I've got no beef with any of you. My business, that business with Thaxl, she considers it even." Yeah. And so you're not sure if she's at the estate or not. But up we go!
Oh.
Thaxl and Marcon, please make perception checks. And Evie, since you've been here before, you're heading in a different direction, but you'll still notice some of this.
Marcon got a 13.
Okay.
Oh, 15.
Mm-hmm.
14.
All right. So I think all of you would notice that there is a little bit that's changed here since last time you were here. First thing that stands out, not so much are you going to like the very first brothel that you find, Evie? Because there's one right on the ports there. You don't even really have to go into the city.
She'll go further into the city.
Okay. So you see that I think everyone then would notice the first two things. The water in these canals used to be crystal clear. You could see they were beautiful. I mean, this is a really incredibly wealthy city. And you could see right to the bottom. They were gorgeous. There were gondola rides and everything else. However, the water has become fairly murky since your last time here, which wasn't all that long ago, a month or two. Thaxl, at least. You also all of you notice that the wood, the building in the buildings, looks like it's in a perpetual state of repair. Like you see, a lot of it looks almost soft, where it starts to crack, and it looks almost mushy in some areas, like it's rotting. And in other areas, you see brand new wood that's been put in. And it looks like this process is being repeated a lot here, again, for whatever reason. And Thaxl and Marcon, though, as you go all the way up to the estate, one of the few places with animals, aside from stables that are near the gates, you see that as you approach the estate, again, it's sort of like a mafia estate in an anime or manga. A compound. It has that big stone wall. It's a rectangular structure with this huge building in the center. There are some stables out back, and this beautiful stone garden in front. But it has a lot of statues that are people. Some are people. Others are little creatures, but all very lifelike. But you see a couple of the animals grazing. In the back, there's some cows and other thing, and hogs and stuff. Hogs won't be grazing, but the cows are, and they look sickly. Even some of the horses you've seen through town and stuff, they just all look. Some are really like emaciated. Others just look sickly. Have some boils here and there. There's just a lot of that overall in the city. But as you approach the front two gates, those are the things you see. If you have any conversation you want to have on the way up to the gate, I don't want to take that away from you. Otherwise, you can engage the guards.
I would caution Maeve and Marcon. Heads up. I have a pet basilisk. His name is Oliver. Don't look at his eyes or you'll wind up like that. When we get to the stone garden, that's what she'll reference.
I think I've met Oliver before, actually.
Have you? Oh,
Very
and
briefly.
Pele.
Yeah.
Pele, right. Okay.
No, I remember that thing. Yeah.
Okay. Just again, don't look at their eyes. Also, I have a giant owl somewhere. Her name is Belle. And are those all the pets that I have? And then I have Rohirrim, but I have to summon Rohirrim. I feel like I'm missing a pet. Anyways, biggest thing. Oliver. Probably should also somehow, some way warn Evie. So.
About
The basilisk.
that thing you call a pet.
It is a pet. It's my baby. I don't know if we gendered it. Yes. I saved it.
You saved it?
I did.
Should have killed it.
Never. Think about it. Think about it, Marcon.
Why are you just letting that thing roam around?
You know what a basilisk does, right?
Turns people to stone.
Right. And
Why is it wandering around?
You can also harvest their blood to cure it and also make deadly poisons. So, in return for rescuing Oliver, it helps out by supplying us with their blood.
So it's a blood cow?
No, not really. We don't. Now, if they've been draining my baby, I will coat a bitch. No.
I want to see if he's not a raisin or it's not a raisin.
Nice.
We're gonna call him. I'm gonna cautiously keep an ear out.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if it can do that, like that would make people pretty powerful.
I mean,
And, like a lot of people, like if a lot of people have access to that, and if it just lives on the grounds, they probably weaponize that thing. It might be hooked up to a bunch of syringes right now.
It's only a matter of moments before you hear like this heavy thudding through some. There's a little bit of light mud here. It would probably rain recently. As this with big leather blinders on, a huge creature running on all 6 legs, has 6 or 8 legs, comes running around the corners. Big ass basilisk. Kind of slides in the mud up to you. Front 2 legs up on your shoulders, sort of. They're huge, so they take up a bunch of space. Your feet sink in the mud a little bit.
Marcon is disgusted.
Yes. Can I'm gonna. I think you're a boy. Okay, glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's obvious.
So, now it's obvious. You're a boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, my sweet basilisk baby. Okay, I'm gonna, without looking at his eyes.
Nice.
Are you well? Are you good? Huh?
Seems to be fine.
Like a raisin?
Yeah, well fed, well cared for, happy basilisk.
That's such a good boy. Now, did you turn Belle into a statue? Better not have.
You can take a look at the statues if you know. It seems to be people you don't know. As you look at all the stone statues in the yard. Hey, now get back here, boy. Where are you go? Oh. It's one of the keepers there, the sort of the beastmaster of the kennel there. Oh. Well, I'll be pleasure to see you, Miss Thaxl. What brings you back here to these parts?
Well, I wasn't planning on joining back here so fast, but we were tracking somebody, and I know Tassos went off to go find them, but I have reason to believe that he's in trouble.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to need some of your best trackers to try to track that ship.
Right. Well, we've got some good hounds for tracking. We got and he starts kind of going through the land animals for tracking, not knowing.
Oh dear.
Reckon I can.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Oh,
I think we're going to need some magic for this, unless you have like a hound eagle. I've never heard of that, but he went on a ship in the water.
right. Well, best hurry inside. I think most family's gone, but Magdalena's in there. She can probably at least get something set up to while Master Tassos is out.
Oh God! Wait, all the family's gone.
Right. Tassos was taking care of things here as things got worse, and but then shot out of here like a bat out of hell a little bit earlier, and that just leaves Lady Magdalena in the house.
Oh God. So Rhea's not here, or Daddy-O.
Oh, nope.
Okay.
He in here now, and Ray, I don't think she's due back for a little bit.
A little bit better mean like months. Okay. Well, yeah, let's
Unaware of where we are.
let's go inside. Think. I mean, Oliver looks great. How's my my bell?
Oh,
My little
right.
owl.
And he looks up on top of the building, and you see perched at the apex of the roof this owl. So it was a baby giant owl, and while it hasn't reached adult size yet, it's probably the size of I don't know what would be a good. I mean, it's almost your height. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
but an
my
owl.
height or Thaxl's height?
Thaxl's height. Yeah, my bad.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, there's my bell! And I scream out, "Bell! I can't see Mama."
I'm gonna have it do a check. Go ahead and make an animal handling check if you would.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. She kind of tips her head a little bit and opens up her wings and flies off the roof. And for a moment, it's terrifying because it's this. I mean, even in its like adolescent size, it's this giant ass owl, and its wings come out. You can see like it's got these sharp eyes and the beak and the claws come out. Do you have your arms out or anything? Or are you just like?
Oh yeah.
Kind of circles around and lands. Its talons go around the entire width of your arms and like up on the shoulders. Kind of puts its head down a little bit on you.
Scratch its belly.
Well, yeah, she's been eating plenty and taking care of all the. She was taking care of the rodents here, and then the cats, and then some dogs and such. So we had to make sure we got her a better, more steady diet there.
That's good.
You keep an eye on small children coming through here as well. Just play it safe.
Oh.
Well, she's a hungry one.
No eating children.
Who? She seems to be.
I'll have her talk to her.
All right. Well, let's get you inside before sky opens up again here, and watch your step there. Of course, the wood ain't what it used to be. I had a couple people get some injuries here. All right, come on,
We'll
Oliver.
talk about it later.
Yeah, and he corrals the animals back to their places, and you head inside, back to familiar keep, that familiar smell to the ritzy home, at least for Thaxl. Markon, you've seen wealthy homes in the past as you've been hired by a number of wealthy clients, and it definitely hits all the marks. A lot of fancy, ostentatious stuff set up throughout the room.
Oh, I've been in here.
Oh, right. That's right. Nice. So, you're back. Mavriel's sort of appreciating some of the stuff. You have to walk through that room that has a lot of the procured magic items that they keep for themselves. Some catch your eye. before getting to the sitting room. And you're offered food and wine and beer and whatever else you like. Before you hear a very quick pitter-patter of feet from someone with a moderately light step, but very speedy, approach the room. Oh, well, I had to declare, I didn't think I'd see you again so soon, Thaxl, and you, sir, I believe I recall you, and you are, and he looks over to Mavriel. Mavriel holds her hand out. Yes, of course. Well, what brings you all here so soon? I thought you were all going out for an adventure. You're not dragging yourselves back in defeat, are you?
Oh, dear Lord. Magdalene.
Right, yes. What can I do for you, Lady Thaxl?
We need some wine, ale. Marcon, what do you want?
I'll take a whiskey. Weren't we
Whiskey.
rushing to go find him?
Huh?
Ooh, who are you looking for?
Do you mean to tell me I could have been sleeping this entire time?
Sleeping what? What?
Why are we not moving fast to find him?
I am working on it. Do you not know how to track a ship? Do you know how to track a ship?
I will take that whiskey because this is frustrating.
Oh,
and then
most
Marcon's
certainly.
gonna go sit down.
She gestures to a servant. Oh, is Thaxl dragging you all around by the heels again? She likes to do that.
Absolutely, she is. And he's gonna sit down in the corner and just wait on the whiskey.
She's
'cause
still
it's
at
like,
it. Yeah. And one of the servants.
I could have been sleeping by now.
Oh, well, why don't you just go sleep and I'll figure it out. But nope.
Servant fills a glass, sets it down, and Magdalene. Oh, you just leave that flask for him too, I think.
Thank you so much. You're too kind. He's gonna take a deep sip.
Gets made for
He's
stuff.
gonna need some food.
Sure. We'll get all that
Two.
taken care of. Or are you just here for a vacation?
No. I need to speak to Valentina. No?
Oh, just me here. Sorry.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, go on, you. You know I can take care of any of your needs. Now, what is it you need?
I need you to track a ship.
Well, I might.
Can you do
well,
that?
maybe not that, but listen. There's plenty of other things I can do. And well, why do you need a ship tracked? Did you lose a ship?
Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, who can I speak to track down a ship? Are they going to be here today? Because if not, they probably need to go to bed, and I probably need to go to bed.
Well, I don't know that there's any way to track a ship. I mean, do you know, are you familiar with anything on the ship or anyone? People we can track.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. It's a person.
All right.
If I tell you, will it make you go faster?
I guess it depends on who the person is.
Tassos.
Marcon's gonna look at Thaxl with a very pissed off face, like, why aren't you just telling them who it is? why are we?
Because there's a process.
Nice.
Tassos.
You're looking to keep an eye on him, are you? Not sure
No.
where he's going out to. Look, I can assure you that he's a very trustworthy man. His eyes do not wander, and you don't have to worry about where he's going.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, give me strength. I'm gonna wherever the nearest alcohol is, and I'm gonna take a
It's
swig.
one of those fancy globes that opens up and reveals all the booze inside.
Marcon's gonna get up and walk over to what's her name, Madeline?
Magdalene.
Magdalena.
I think it's Magdalene.
Magdalena.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk up to Magdalena and say, "Look,
Right.
Tassos is missing."
No, he's missing.
Yes.
Oh, by the heavens!
I don't know. Yeah, he's missing. Somebody by the name of what's her name? Thaxl? Nobella?
Nobella, Ormia. She's had several names.
Yeah, we don't know. It's some.
She's a bitch.
All right.
Tassos is kidnapped.
Well,
kidnapped him.
why didn't y'all say so? Damn. Well, we can...
Marco's just gonna look at Thaxl like, I don't know. Why didn't we just say so?
Marco, shut up.
Nice.
She wakes me up out of bed to find Tassos. We get here, we're talking about drinks. It's like, damn, we need to go find him.
Right. Well, yeah.
Marco is very angry. He didn't get to see.
You got that little tip, which makes it worse, like that 20-minute tip. Huh?
Oh, that's the worst. Marcon, there's a room over there. Go lay down your pretty little head, and I will wake you up when we're ready to leave.
You want to know why I'm not going to do that? The minute that I lay my head down, Thaxl, we're going to have to leave. I'm not going to take off all this armor. I'm not going to go in that room and go to sleep. If we find Tassos, we're finding him right the fuck now. I am tired and hungry, and let's figure out what's happening, and then we'll worry about the other shit.
And find him right now.
I
We will. Magdalena says.
I appreciate you so much.
She scurries off.
Get him some food.
And there's food. The servants have returned with any of the booze and food that you want. Sets things up and gets them ready. And for the all the family members that are willing, of course, which is almost all of them. She kind of looks at Thaxl. Have some way a means to track them. They have coins that they keep on their person, and we'll track them with that. And she heads to come on with me then. And Lady Thaxl, you're fine with your friends here. Come along with you to see the inner workings here.
Side eye, Marcon, are you gonna behave? I'm kidding.
Am I gonna be?
I know you're just so pissed off right now.
She's gonna look incredulous, like what?
Yes, honey, they're fine.
All right.
Let's just get this on the road.
Let's do it. And she brings you down to a different room, down in the back of the house, and it's one of those locked rooms. She uses a spell and a key and gets you all in, and there is a globe that actually, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Because she doesn't really listen well to Rhea. So she lets you all in here, and you see a globe that has not just this one quadrant of the world, but now you see some mappings of some of the other quadrants, at least two. There's one that's still just covered in nothing. But the other two have some rough outlines of continents, a tiny bit of topography in some more detail in certain areas of others. All right, well, and you see some lights, some beacons that glow in different areas around the world. All right, well, let's see. I think Tassos, of course, he said he was going out to sea. They're meant to be back here in a few hours. So he should be close by, and you take a look and you see just out to sea. Let's see. If you head west, you go into the Omega Curtain. So let me just pull up this map again of your section of Australia, Illinois. Right, you're up here. So you see that this is a bit more west than probably a good 4 hours west and maybe 2 hours north. It seems to have gone west near the Omega Curtain, and it seems to be skirting it up north now. On the outskirts, like it seems to be a relatively safe distance for the Omega Curtain, but closer than most sailors go. And it's running north now. Right, well,
is it heading to a particular piece of land?
It doesn't really make. There is a continent north of. I'm sorry. Let me share this out so you can see a little easier. Oops. All right, here we go. So there is a continent that is north of Vossarel, Asteridian, but it seems to be just in the very western part of this map, going straight up for the time being. Let's see. So it's not very far, from where you are. It's 6 hours by boat from where you are currently. Still to the west of Vossarel. To get up to Asteridian would probably be, almost a week by boat. So they've only made it 6 hours to the west and north. It looks like they're just skirting the Omega Curtain. It's much further west than they would normally go, so you're not really sure what it is they are looking for here. Right. Well, I mean, it's moving a bit, and it's still glowing. You can tell by you see it's much more dim than the others. So it looks like he's right. Damn, he's likely hurt. We got to get our people out there, but he's alive at least, so that's good. We'll get our 3 fastest ships out there. We'll get them fully manned. We'll get to them for sure.
Okay, cool. And how long will getting those ships up and running take? Because I could use a short rest.
Oh, right. Well, to prepare and stock for out to sea in case something happens again, I'd say you're looking at least 3 hours. 3 hours to get everything fully stocked. Yeah, we could probably push it to 2 for Tassos. But we got to get the heavy weather sails up. Got to get the food stocked and preserved, and there's a lot to be done. But we'll make sure it's happening. We've got 3 mighty fast ships. Aren't many that can keep up with them.
Okay, fine. Okay, you do that.
Right.
The faster the better.
Well, I mean, if we go real fast, right, we can get 1 out ahead of the others. If you're looking to travel that, I'm assuming you don't have boat course. So you can ride on that if you wish to be on the head ship.
Yes.
All right.
And she kind of eyes to Maeve and Marcon if they want to ride it too.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be on that first ship, 100%.
All right.
With that being said, I'm going to rest while you guys do your thing.
All right.
Okay.
Head out down the hall to the right. About 7 doors down is the first set of guest quarters.
Really nice.
And Thaxl, the house better be on fire. Don't wake me up unless the house is on fire. And he's gonna walk to his room.
Nice.
Understood. Thaxl would like to also eye for Rhea's dot.
Ah, okay. Let's see.
Just out of curiosity.
So Magdalena seems to know which is which. You see 2 dots, maybe like a 5 hours ride out of town to the east. You see, gosh, I know you were in Rehazix, right? Yeah. So you see one in Rehazix, just in fact in the kingdom you were in, just to the eastern portion of that kingdom. There's a dot there.
Yes.
You see.
Makes sense.
You see one in a different portion of the world. I don't know if you've been to Ephron yet, but you see one there. You see one over in the... where's the other section? We've got this. We have that. Yes, by Iverness. Wait, yeah, because you all went there for the crossover. You see one up in the general area where you think Iverness may be, because I think you saw some version of a map there, and they said that's all that was there for quite a while. And you see only some detail in that one section. The rest of that continent is just vast and empty, no topography written in. So you're unsure which one is which. Yeah. But
she has a pretty good guess. We'll just stick with the pretty good guess.
All right. All right. Well, let's make this after you, ladies. She gestures to let you both out of the room, and we'll go set these ships up.
As immediately when it's ready, when it's 5 minutes out from being ready,
Right.
let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Will do, Lady Thaxl.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. She's gonna turn to Maeve. Make yourself at home. Like she owns the place now.
Nice.
Make yourself at home. There's guest quarters down there. Marcon's in one of those rooms if you would like. My room is that way. So
Oh, I'll just take a guest room. Thank you, dear.
And whatever you need, the servants are here. They are top notch.
Oh. Nothing.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Thaxl's
Thaxl's gonna head to Tassos' room.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, their room.
Yeah. Awesome. So yours is up on the next floor. I will pause to go over to Evie as Magdalena has a bunch of small talk in your ear as she's like walking out with you, Thaxl, like that. La, 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 la. Mark, you find a nice comfy, the beds are very nice. Down pillows, all the comfort. Evie, you have arrived. You went in a little bit. You've asked a couple of townsfolk that have pointed you in a certain direction to find a bordello that meets your tastes. I mean, a lot of them seem to cover a lot of the bases, but you find one that sounds right up your alley. And of course, you arrive, and the hostess or the host comes up. Oh, howdy. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, ma'am. She's it's tough to tell with elves, but she looks maybe like 200, somewhere around 200s. So like in her early 20s for human.
I love.
Well,
Take her hat off and
she'll
kiss her hand.
well.
Got put on that charm.
Nice. Aren't you, charming one? What can I find for you today? Ma'am, it is my job to make sure that all your needs are found and met to your satisfaction and then some. What can I find for
What's the
you?
name of this establishment, love?
Oh, you missed it on the outside. It's called the Ringleader. Bit of a rodeo in here, if you know what I mean.
So many jokes. So many jokes. What I ask? How much does this place make?
Quite a bit.
Monthly?
Oh, that is what we
Weekly?
call a trade secret. But a fair bit. We operate under the Davanstaar's course, as everything does here in the city. And, but I think it's safe to say we make quite a margin. Most of our costs, you will find, are in labor. So, and she kind of chuckles. We pay our folks proper and still make a good bit of money. We only employ the most versatile and dexterous of individuals. So we can charge a pretty penny. And it's worth every bit and more.
They get tested every day, every week, love.
Oh, absolutely. Now we have ourselves devised magical means to make sure not only of detection, but of protection. So whilst here, you do not have to worry about any unforeseens occurring.
When I have some of your cheapest ale, and also, my name is Evie, love.
Pleasure. Well, look, if you're looking for a good time here, then ale will be on the house. If you're paying for some services.
Are you in charge?
Oh, just in charge of making sure that I match you up with the right folks.
When I ask who owns the place.
Ultimately, it is the Davanstaars. We answer to Lady Magdalena. She collects our funds and sets the rates, and she takes care of all the books, as it were. She does for all of our bordellos in here. You see, they all manage our services and make sure everyone gets a fair shake, and everyone's happy from the top down, which is also our motto.
I
Just
can't.
another wink.
Evie's gonna laugh at that. Got way too many jokes that they're so not appropriate for kids. Can I talk to her, love?
I imagine so. You might have to make yourself an appointment, but she resides up at the Davanstaar Estate, up top of the hill there, top of the city.
Wait. You mean And she'll kind of point in the direction that
look out.
Thaxl was pointing in.
Right, that's it. The Davanstaar Estate.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
They run the city, ma'am. I can see you're new here. They run the city, and that we're all part of the Davanstaar family, figuratively. They make sure that we are taken care of and safe and sound, and we do our bit of willful tribute in our businesses to make sure that we can run here in this fine city and get our more than our fair share.
I came in with Thaxl, love.
Oh, with Lady Thaxl. All right,
Yes.
wonderful.
So might I have a word with Magdalena?
Right, well, honestly, Magdalena ain't gonna listen to me. But if you know Lady Thaxl, I would recommend heading up to the estate and asking for her there, telling her that you know Thaxl. She ain't here. She just comes by once a week and collects and manages and such.
Internal groan. I have to walk up this fucking hill. All right. Well, in that case, love, let's just have a room for about an hour.
All right. And she'll kind of run down the services, which are exceedingly comprehensive. There's some things that plenty that I'm sure will pique your interest. Some things you just haven't considered before, so you might have to think on it. Like, oh. And nice. But she'll get you up with services. Now, they are a bit pricey. If you're looking for a base cost for an hour is going to be about 10 gold. If you're looking for something like, if you want to leave with a smile on your face, you're looking at 10 gold. If you want to leave clicking your heels in the air, that's closer to 25.
What does 50 gold get you?
Oh my gosh. If you want to wobble your way out, then it's 50. Wobble and or crawl. Then I would say 50 gold.
If you can't walk right, it's done right. That's the motto right
Nice.
there.
Make it
50 gold, love.
well. All right. Well, if you
5 cups of ale.
oh, absolutely, it will be a
Add
bottle.
that too.
All right, and she'll show you to your room, which is set up perfectly for all the things you checked off on the list, and you're going to have a power hour, as she references it. All right, ma'am. Well, you make sure if there's anything that you need changed or need me to swap someone out if they get themselves and if they're not meeting your needs, you let me know. We'll make that happen. This hour is all about you.
I don't think we'll be bothering you.
All right. She shuts the door and some people come in and take care of business. Yay! And everyone's they're really good. Like, you sign up for your stuff, and everyone is on point and then some. So you'll definitely leave with whatever you were maybe expecting here to be about 5 times that. And like, what? It's Ikram, baby. Ikram's where the money's at. So, all right. So you're managing that, and during that time, I'll jump back over to Thaxl. As some light rain begins to let out from the clouds above, and you hear, as you close the door to your room, Thaxl, almost matching the rhythm of your heart and the sadness as you step in and see your bed, completely unmade because Tassos refuses to let the servants make it and is always like, eh. The maps that the two of you looked over up on the wall on your first date up there, not a date / not really a date, like just hanging out. There are several pieces of artwork where signed with Tassos' signature. It looks like he's been dabbling in art, and they're mostly pictures of you and different little lovey scenes and just some abstract, some classic, moonlit, like that night when he was talking to you and you were standing nudie pants at the window and the moon was cascading over you. There's that. And you can see, yeah, right? It's just like his leg and, under the blankets and from his point of view, watching you, and things like that. Everything is roughly as you left it. All the couple coffee cups that have been not mostly empty but left out on his table there where he works. Sex instruments all in the same place where they're usually kept. And
missed this room.
And there's just that. It's that smell of your room. And if you go over, of course, the pillows and blankets all smell like him. And you can see where he was in a rush. He quickly got changed into his adventuring gear. And you see like the jean pants that he was wearing and, some of the other stuff, the vest and the slacks, and are just tossed about the floor as he rushed to, follow your request.
Is there a shirt?
Oh, yeah. Yep. The shirt that he was wearing is just like a...
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to be your cliche girlfriend or whatever and wear it.
Nice.
And after going around the room, I'm gonna leave like little love notes, like in places that he doesn't expect to find them, so he can come find them later. And then try to tidy up a little bit because oh my goodness, and then crawl into the bed and snuggle up with his pillow and try to catch some Z's.
All right, you do. It's easy to fall asleep. Aside from the comfortable bed, there's just that scent of Tassos and the reminiscing of different times spent here. I mean, not just the vigorous sex, but also the the chats and the companionship and the conversations. I mean, you've shared a lot more with Tassos than anyone else. Of course, you've also had that 15 years married in the and everything else in the book. So it's just there's a lot. Mm-hmm.
So much.
All right. So let's see. Meanwhile, after Marcon's got some rest, Thaxl, you fall asleep. Evie, you come back up to the. You start trudging up through the streets. There are still a few of these gondolas. Most of the city is fairly flat. There's just this sort of hilly section just in the center where the more prestigious families live, and kind of build up around this. And near the top, it's not even a huge hill. It's just a slight hill. So you can actually take the canals up to like the base of that hill if you wanted. There aren't that many running, which is odd. You'd figure there'd be many more. The ones you see seem to be there's one that's just been freshly built, and another that's been partially reworked. Also has a bit of that rot on it, where it's been patched a number of times. One of the other ones. Or you can take the streets. There's cobblestone streets.
Place is falling apart.
It really is. You walk around and you're like,
Nothing like how I remember.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna keep going down the street.
Okay. You find your way up to the estate, which again is very like a Yakuza estate in the manga or an anime. There's guards all along, some patrolling, others around this stone, like a 5-foot tall stone wall around the outer perimeter. You do come across a section of gate where there are 2 guards, halberds crossed as you approach.
Hi, mate.
Mayim.
My name is Evie, and I came in with Thaxl.
Oh, with Lady Thaxl. All right. Just one moment. We will verify that, and then we'll be happy to see to your needs. Any?
Oh, they've already been saying love. I'm good.
Oh, nice. The quiver legs, yeah, like, oh. So
Wobble wobble. I couldn't help it. I'm
that's
sorry.
awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm living through my character.
right.
There is no judgment here. I mean,
Word.
Thaxl's back in her room with sex toys everywhere. It's fine.
Nice. He calls over the gate, and they, someone runs off and comes back, and right, of course, ma'am. Well, Evie, was it? It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Please see yourself in here. He gestures as the gates swing open from someone inside. Gestures over to a room in the corner of the house. You see all the stone statues of some critters, but mostly stone statues of people, very lifelike. On the way, you have to walk kind of past those to get to the door.
Okay, so she's not drunk. Okay. Sorry, I had to make a roll.
Ah, nice.
So she'll just walk as slowly as she can up the hill or wherever she has to go.
All right, she goes
To the main house.
You go across the yard. You see there's an older gentleman that's off on the other side, down past the house a bit, some 120 feet. But he's feeding this massive creature, this basilisk. It looks like, if you're familiar with him. 8 legs, big ass tail. It's much taller than he is, just running around playfully, almost like a massive puppy, eating big slabs of meat that this guy's throwing it. There's some small, maybe like a raccoon-size creature that he's wrangling with too, and he throws it up in the air, and you see this about the size of your body owl swoop down and grab it and fly off and circle around the estate. Just a few like what the F's as you're crossing the estate here.
This normal? Wait.
It is now.
This statue. Just gonna like go over and like.
Oh gosh! So, given your recent experience, you can tell this is oddly similar in density and shape to what you went through.
Ugh. All right, I'm just gonna keep walking.
All right, you head into the door. There's a guard there as well that opens the door for you, and it's a small for a giant estate mudroom. To take shoes off, put some weapons
Small
down.
for a giant.
Yeah. So it's like a living room for me.
Shade.
So you walk through, and someone greets you inside. A servant. Hello, ma'am. Evie, I believe the guard said.
I love.
Hello. And this is she has really tousled red hair and a pixie cut, orange to red, all the freckles and the blue eyes, and she's a human, probably in her maybe early 30s or so. She looks pretty ripped, actually. I mean, one of those odd things that stands out, there aren't too many like super ripped people in this world that you've encountered so far, but she looks real like she could probably, lift the house over her head. Not muscular, just like, very fit. I'm just saying this for the purpose of Evie as a pirate, knowing that there's probably some alternate job that this person has. This is not your typical servant build. You recognize someone that has strength and cunning and dexterity and all that stuff.
Tell me, love, what do you do in your spare time?
Well, plenty of things, this and that.
Specific?
Oh, I don't think I need to be specific, ma'am. But I can certainly help you find the Lady Thaxl if you wish.
I'm more interested in Magdalena.
Oh, she seems genuinely surprised. Well, yes, of course, I can get the Lady Magdalena for you. Please follow me if you would. And she turns with her fit booty in your face and walks through the house to guide you over to...
I hate you, Dad. Stop it.
Nice. It's like you could drop a gold on it and get like 10 silver and change back. It would not only bounce, but give you change. It's a common saying.
Stop it! You make me pee! Stop!
Nice. So she follows you over to that same sort of waiting room. You see.
I might find you later.
Well, I'll be around.
I'll be ready for round 2.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Do you need some ice? It looks like perhaps you need some.
Where?
Oh, I'm not sure. You just look like you're aching.
Be fine. I'll walk it off.
Oh, right. Well, I will please rest here, dear, and I shall go find Lady Magdalena for you, and we will see that all your needs are met. Our drinks here, and she kind of snapped her fingers at some of the other servants. You can see she's a tier above whatever servants are here. They'll get you any food and drink or anything. Should you change your mind about the ice, they'll see to what you need.
Really look that bad, love?
You look like, no, not bad at all. Simply that you've been through an ordeal, perhaps, or...
It's like that again.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
gee.
Why don't I have a bowl of stew?
Right, and some of the other servants hurry over to get your stew and any drinks you want. She heads off, and a little bit...
More cups of ale.
Oh, nice. All right, and they get the set for you as you hear the quick-paced, light-footed sound of someone coming down the hallway to come through the doorway. And you do overhear one of the servants. He gives you the stew, and as the other one's pouring the drink to bring over to you, leans in. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. And with that, we'll take our bio break.
Why is the servant doing this?
Best if you don't finish yourself.
Throw it in there, yeah. Oh.
Hey, by the way.
Nice. Well, he's telling the other servant so he can, he knows where he's like, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, and with that, we will take our bio break. For those who don't know, we take an 8 to 10 minute bio break. I desperately need to get some food to munch on and some more coffee. We'll catch you all shortly, about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. We'll keep our audio hot because we are. Oh, my legs. That's super hot, right?
The first one back, I win. How is everyone? It has been miserably hot here. I miss fall. I miss winter. I miss the days that the AC wasn't running all day long. Yeah. Fall and winter? Yes, I agree. They are the best. Where I'm from, sometimes we're lucky if we get all 4 seasons. Other times it's like, we have like really 12 seasons. It's like there's winter, spring, second winter, dirty spring, this. It's terrible. Yeah, we don't have a lot of humidity here. It's not like Austin or San Antonio or who else is really humid? Florida, I guess. I say dirty.
Yeah, Florida's super humid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We also have Hell's Front Porch. Dirty Spring is where the wind is going nonstop and blows in all the pollen, all the dirt, all the whatever, and then allergy season starts. And then fake winter comes along and screws that up. Like, I have a list of all the seasons where I live, what we experience. Looks great. I gotta find it though. Aw, I'm going back through pictures and everything pre-lockdown just makes me sad. Good times, good times. Okay, where is that picture? Did you get your coffee?
I did.
Yay.
And some sorrel. Sorrel.
Sorrel? Sorrel?
Yarp.
I don't know if I can save it. I was telling Chat that where I live, we experience like 12 seasons in a year.
Ew.
Yeah, and it's hilarious because whoever made up this list, it was so accurate.
Nice.
Like, it's spring, then it's winter again, then it's fake spring, and then it's third winter, dirty spring, something. Oh. I now found pictures of me choosing my wedding band.
Oh, that's so great.
Oh my god! Back to the days where you could go out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I did not choose that wedding band. I'll find it eventually. Anyways.
Oh, that picture.
There it is.
Yeah, right. The picture that showed up, that's Ikram. Yeah. Maybe it is.
That's it. Except that instead of it saying North Carolina, it says Texas. But I put in there Dirty Spring because of the pollinating. Except our pollinating also includes all the dirt that's
really?
brought in by the wind,
Oh.
and you get to smell a lot of cows too.
Yeah, no. When I drive through
But it smells like
Pennsylvania,
money.
that's all I smell.
Oh, you should come down here. It smells like money. That's what we say. It smells like. Now we're in a state of it's summer, miserably hot summer, and we've been so dry that we've had fires break out recently. So we need more rain.
That's all you need,
so
right? Oh my gosh.
We need more rain.
Oh, for real.
We had that. Let's see. We had a hailstorm. It did dent my car. I did find out.
Really? No.
I was like,
come on.
My poor baby. And then there was another rainstorm the next day that produced a tornado.
Right.
Like an hour or 30 minutes away from us. And then it's been nothing. It's been great.
Brutal. I mean, good. There's no more hail.
I don't need any more hail. I would just love a good downpour for like a week.
Ooh, fun fact on this Cures Lament image of Ikram with the river thing, right? So that's Ikram.
Yeah.
A and B, the lights on the right hand side in that building on the right there, the windows rather. There's no lights on that. I added those, and I added the above and to the sides where there's like a soft afterglow. That was all like composited in because I had time on my hands. Yeah.
Sweet.
Let's make it look pretty with some highlights.
Some pretty. I love it. I like the one that you did for, I think it was Stormfall, that's like, we'll be back or on a break, and the guy is like washed up on the beach.
Stormfall, little chat bubble, BRB, bio
yes.
break.
It's so, so great. So great. My dogs haven't moved like at all. She's passed out.
All that humping.
It's all that humping, I know.
Oh, nice one.
Oh, hi, welcome back.
No, it's empty. No.
I was checking out a stream for an artist that I was looking at for other characters, and I was like, ooh, that's cool.
The artist that did, that I commissioned, I've commissioned her 3 times already. Twice for Thaxl and once for a Christmas gift. She transformed our dogs into D&D characters.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh my god, it's the best. It was the best gift. So it's now in the other room, but this one, hey, stop licking. He
oh shit.
is
Put our
the
videos back up too, just so you know.
What are you?
What are you, Peppy?
I think he's the cleric, and she's the barbarian.
Aww.
Well, she doesn't. I mean, lately, those meds just wipe her out. She's like, I'm sick.
Yeah, for sure.
But
So
you know
now
what?
it's back to Blue Moon and Pepsi. Yeah.
Hey.
Yum.
Wish I
Wait,
had
together?
orange. Yeah, half and half. And then you put an orange.
What? I didn't know that was a
It's really
thing. So I, for some reason, cannot drink Blue Moon anymore because it makes me sick.
What?
I don't. This happened like a year ago or however long. I just can't drink it anymore. But that was the beer that got me hooked on beer. Was Blue
Okay.
Moon. and then it betrayed me.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
I never drank beer until like a couple years ago, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try it because I never liked beer.
Mm-hmm.
I like ginger beer, I like Blue Moon, and Michelob Ultra, and that's the only thing that I'll drink as far as beer.
Yeah.
And Dan, Evie is more about giving than just receiving.
Well, with that performance roll,
That's
she
why
gave.
I made that roll.
Yeah. They walked out of it feeling like they should have paid.
Hey.
Give me that money. Give me my 50 gold back.
So, Melissa, wait,
Yes.
when did you have the Blue Moon? Was it in a restaurant named Bennigan's, or was it?
No, I actually, I tried it with the half and half of Blue Moon and Pepsi with an orange at the Applebee's that I work at.
Okay, I never heard of mixing it with a drink, but
A customer had said it to one of the bartenders, and she suggested it, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then it's really good. Apparently, it's a thing overseas, like in Germany and stuff. So
that's
Yeah.
interesting. I wonder if you can do it with something else besides.
oh yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why it's Blue Moon that it makes me sick, but I just stopped drinking a lot of beer because of the gluten thing. But
Yeah,
I
it's
do-
very like hops and whatever they make
Yeah.
beer out of.
I don't know. I did have vanilla porter. I can still have vanilla porter.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good beer.
Oh,
It's so good, yeah.
the dark beer. I miss it so much. But all I buy now is wine.
Nice.
I'm a fancy bougie bitch.
That's awesome. All right.
And my cousin bought me a wine fridge as a wedding gift, so I have to keep
Oh,
it stocked.
nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's so
Oh,
nice.
nice and chilled. That's beautiful. Yeah. Oh. All right. Let's see what kind of disastrous stuff is going on here. All right. You've all seen that. Okay. All right. Now that we're back, let's start with everyone rolling a perception check, please. Anyone
Even
that's
if we're
sleeping, disadvantage. So Marcon and
Okay.
Thaxl and Maeve, I think, is trying to rest too.
Oh, well, then they can beat a 1. Fuck.
I got 16.
On disadvantage, I got a 21.
Nice! Let's see that. How are we going to do?
So mine's at 11.
You're asleep.
That's so funny.
That's incredible. So it's actually just Marcon, actually.
Wow.
Wait, what did you get, Thaxl?
11.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a nat 1. I am
Oh.
very... It's the smell. I'm intoxicated by the
Yeah.
smell. I feel like sleep.
You're awoken briefly, Marcon, by the sound of a horse's trot in the room.
In
In the
my
room, yep, is what you hear. But as you look about, there's nothing there, and you don't hear it any longer. But it was a definite sound of horses' hooves in your room that woke you up until you went to examine.
Wasn't me.
That's fucking weird.
Marco's gonna look around, just kind of like, and then he's gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. It's one of those things that wakes up like, did I hear that?
Yeah, it's just like,
no.
That's
yeah,
weird.
it couldn't have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
couldn't have been. I'm going back to sleep.
Nice. Okay. And you resume your snooze. Evie, Magdalena approaches. Oh, wow. I do declare, Lady Thaxl's got so many folks coming into this house. I can't keep track of y'all. It's a pleasure to meet you though. She pulls up a seat across from you. I'm Magdalena, and you are. And she holds out a hand to shake.
My name is Evie,
It's
love.
a pleasure. Well, what are you just here to catch up with Lady Thaxl, or is there? Sounds like you're asking for me. What can I do for you?
Well, I was at. God, now it's making it so hard for me not to go into Silver Jackson.
Sorry, yeah.
Right? Right!
Okay. Good God. Lovey, I was at the ringleader, and
Oh, good.
what I say, impeccable service.
Yeah, indeed. She got a.
Might I ask, do you have any partners in trade? How many brothels do you actually own?
Well, there were 4. We just had to shut one down due to everything going on in the building was unsafe at this point, and those that run it couldn't afford to fix it up or continue to fix it up, as we're finding ourselves doing here. Was 4, currently 3. We oversee. We're like not so silent partners.
When I ask what happened here, seems like the buildings are falling apart, love.
Right.
I mean, the last time I was here, it's very different.
God
damn it, that accent keeps coming out.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you.
Well, of
Greatest
course.
accent.
Right, I suppose you. Well, you must have seen what was happening in the east there. Did you? Where'd you all come from? Nice.
Just pretend that's what she said. like
the actual
no,
place.
I mean,
Rehazix is where you
like
came
the
from.
actual place.
Oh, well. Oh, you mean like. Oh, you teleported or something? All right. Well, if y'all teleported, and I guess so. Guess you haven't been here on Vossaril for a while. Well, there's this.
It's been a while. I mean, I've been at sea for about a year, and I mean, it's.
Oh, that explains it.
But I was in another place, love, and
Right.
It's very different. And I
Sure.
was wondering, mate, how would I invest in become a partner in one of your brothers, specifically the ringleader?
Oh well, I don't reckon you could get in it with a ringleader currently. We So here's the rundown, right? So we're a tight-knit family here in this town, as you may recall from if you've been here before. There are a number of different families technically, but they all report to us here at Davanstaars. Now that ringleader there is we're major partners in that. I don't reckon we could get you in there. If you are looking to become a partner with us, we could go over the details of the building that recently vacated. See what we can do about getting that up and running for you, and what we were talking about percentage-wise, and what your business plan is and such, and getting you in there. I've got to be honest, is we're always looking to set folks up for success, and I do need to let you know that with this, you were asking there about what's going on in the city. The mages are calling it a shadow rot. If you haven't been on the continent for a while, probably haven't seen it, but it's spread from east to west coast now. Ran over Pele about a couple weeks ago, completely devoid of life out there, and we're on the outskirts now, creeping over here, and it's rotting our wood and making our livestock sick, and apparently it doesn't do wonders for people neither. So I'd hate to set you up for something that you could get in at a low cost right now if you're looking for that, but otherwise we're not really sure how to tackle this here. They've got mages working on it, and those some sophisticated advanced folks like that trying to figure out where this shadow rot's coming from, and but it's covering most of the continent, set down in Dragonmaw and way up in what used to be Zangard.
What I asked, when did this bus stop?
Well, I reckon first reports came in of some type of woodland damage, maybe 3.5-4 weeks ago out by Lake Ander.
Guys know where it came from.
Well, no one can get right close to it. There's just a lot of damage that one takes traveling closer to their epicenter. They've got some of those scholarly folks trying to devise ways to traverse out without getting too ill. I think they're hiring different adventurers and stuff that are a little hardier stock, right, to get out there and take a look at whatever's out there in the. As far as we all knew before, just a little old lake. Had a little tiny tower out there and such, but nothing too. It was empty. It wasn't even a functioning tower. Something from a relic of the past. So maybe you just think it might have something to do with that. Maybe there was some hidden danger or something in that old tower, or the lake itself.
I mean, have you ever thought of leaving?
It's a whole damn continent, miss. I think we may all have to leave at one point if we can't figure out a way to rectify it there.
Right.
But it keeps spreading and spreading. We don't know how far it's gonna go.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, love.
Sure.
I'm gonna go talk with Thaxl.
Sure, all right. Well, listen, if you need me, I'll be here and there around the house. We're getting some ships set. You ought to know that she's tasked us with getting some ships set and sailing out to pursue Tassos. Find out apparently.
Wait. Oh, we're not gonna get a little sleep then.
All right, we got ourselves about hour and a half before the third ship's ready. Probably last report I heard is about 15 minutes before this first ship's ready. That they're looking to hunker down home.
Well, I have a suggestion, mate.
Right.
Just tell her at the last minute when the ship's done, so we can at least get some sleep.
Well, right. All right, we'll do. She made me promise to 5 minutes ahead, and that's what I'll do. But it's looking about 10 minutes from now. So, but you're welcome to get some rest. We got our plenty of guest rooms, all comfy and pampered up.
Where's Thaxl's room, love?
Oh, we're right upstairs, and you hang right at the top, and it's the third door down on the left. You can't miss it. Double doors, rather fancy oak doors there.
Right, and I'll stand up and give her a little nod with my head and walk up the...
You keep me in mind here. If we figure out this shadow rot, or if you want to get in now at a low price, you let me know, and we'll talk business. I'm happy to get you set up here and making some profit for the both of us.
Right. I'm trying to keep myself from saying, yes, ma'am.
Nice. Are you take care now here when she gets up and
I've got to get up.
It's so hard.
Awesome.
Oh, bless your heart.
Right?
Nice. So she leaves. Evie, you can see Maeve and Marcon are down here, so asleep. You head upstairs.
I'm not even going to bother them because
Nice.
I know what happened the last time.
It's great when you blew the doorknob off. You head upstairs. You can't miss the double doors there to the room that she described.
Just going to walk in, love. Hi. Mike.
Nice.
You're asleep, love, aren't you?
I have body pillow. It's like I took one pillow and then his pillow. Now it's a body pillow.
Such a lovely moment. It would be awful if somebody took a pillow and whacked you with it.
You whacked by your pillow a few times.
Oi! Now you know how I feel.
I gust out of extinction.
Nice. Gust.
Okay, you made your point. I was sleeping.
Why is
I was sleeping.
Wait a minute. Why is it that we can't sleep, love, but then the moment that we get here and we rush, contrary to my ship being damaged by the fucking storm that we just went through, that I fucking... Ugh. Why is it you rush us here, love, and then you're sleeping peacefully on your bed?
Because I'm waiting for the ship to get ready.
My order.
I'm gonna try to slap myself awake.
Right.
Did I at
What's
least
the plan?
get a short rest in?
Oh yeah. You because she was occupado for an hour, so you've all had at least an hour and a half or so, about an hour and a half of rest so far.
Okay. All right.
Thaxl.
Yes. Okay. So the plan: we're gonna hop on their boats and go follow him. It seems that Nobella took them 4 hours west and 2 hours north. So I'm thinking we go at a diagonal. We can meet them. That's how that works, right? I don't ship very well.
I'm kidding, love.
Or math, but I think there's a thing with the triangle that happens if you go like this. Okay. All right.
That's awesome.
We'll work on your navigation, love, okay?
Okay. I'm really good at the land, not the sea.
It's all right. Dear God, if you wake me up like that again on my ship, in your Russia somewhere, and then you are your stupid happy little ass.
Were you not happy? Did you get laid? I thought you'd be
I did.
happier. Why aren't you happier? Did they not do a good job?
Oh, they did a marvelous job, love. You have no idea.
Okay.
You should get laid. By the way, that's not the point here.
Do you want to, I mean, no one else is using it but me. You can curl up if you want to sleep for a little bit.
Don't wake me up unless the ship's already. And by the way, we have our own ship.
Is it super fast? I thought you were repairing it.
It is being repaired now, love. Oh, by the way,
It is super fast too, just FYI.
yeah.
I don't
Should
know
have it like
anything
that.
about ships. I just am acting out of my emotions because that's what I do.
And we're suffering for it, love.
I-
We're not
you
getting
know-
any sleep. You expect us to cater to you. You motherfucking asshole.
I am. You are 100% correct. She's not even going to fight because she's back in their room and she's
Aw.
not having it.
You do.
Just sleep.
Are you crying?
No, I don't cry. Sleep.
All right. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Do you mind if I use your influence to get the deed putting my name of my ship? I need my name on my ship because I do not want to have to go through all that bullshit. Could have been much worse, love. I'll help you out.
She's gonna.
I'll help you out, love. For a price. I want my name on the deed on my ship as captain.
She's gonna pretend like she's like pondering a little bit, but yeah, whatever you need. I don't care. That's your ship. I thought you would. I don't understand how this works. So, sure. Yeah, use my influence. Whatever. What do you need me to do? Do you want me to go get it done for you? I mean, I won't. I'll send somebody to go do it for me. But
Well, that's not how you work, love.
Oh.
Yes, preferably before we leave. At
done.
least, thank you.
Where's your hold? Excuse me. She's gonna pop out the door and ring a bell. Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am. What can I do for her?
I need you to take care of this lady.
Well, ma'am, that's
So she
downright
could get-
indecent.
Not like that, Steve.
Oh,
I mean,
Right? Is that your name? I don't know.
I'm not
Um,
you, I love, so.
yeah, she's good.
right.
She's been taken care
Well,
of.
good.
Rightly so.
Good. Well, what do you need me for then, ma'am?
Uh,
You're one of the more
she
simple
need-
servants.
I mean, if he's not bad looking. She pulls out the piece of it, like the deed and everything to the ship, and hands it to him. Do you mind?
Right.
Getting my name as captain on this ship.
Right. An owner as well, then? It looks like there's some other owner here.
Yeah, that owner runs with me, and now it belongs to her.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yes, ma'am. I can do that.
Right? Shit, right? Now look at Evie. Right? This wasn't take the ownership back to you.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well,
you changing the name of the ship or anything? He spins it back around. Like the third line is the name of the ship, so he's being simple, just going down the list.
Say the name on my belt, love? Black Death.
Oh.
I zoomed in so close to your belt just now.
So did he. Oh, is that like a morning, ma'am?
Anything you like?
Yeah. Nice.
I just want to make sure I could read it. It's that fancy lettering and stuff.
Awesome. Is that like a warning to folks, ma'am?
None of your business.
Oh, of course not, ma'am. Well, I'll go handle this then. Is there anything else you need me for, Lady Thaxl?
If it's done by the time that their ships are done, I've got something for you.
Oh, all right. I'll go take care of it now. You'll be proud of me. Real proud.
Believe it when I see it, mate. Go.
All right, I will. And he runs off.
I pat his head before he runs off. I haven't done that in a while.
Scurries away.
Thanks.
Thoughts? So Evie, of course, your ship is already outfitted with the heavy weather sails, given all they went through. The only thing you would need to go out to sea on your ship is stocking. Yeah, you'd have to have it stocked with food and stuff like that, which is actually the fastest portion. Given the timetable you have, if you were to get someone to go do that now, you could be part of this first ship's deployment.
Thaxl. She doesn't have a way of she doesn't want to go all the way back to her ship. Actually, you know what?
What?
I'm going to go back to my ship, mate, and stock up.
Okay.
You go back to sleep.
Well, I'm kind of awake now, so
that's kind of the point.
I mean, it's fine. Are we taking your ship?
I'll take my ship. You can ride along if you want to, unless you've decided to ride on another ship.
Yeah, they can be backup. I didn't know if you were ready to take your ship or not.
You know what? I'll go and see how the repairs are going, love, and stock it up, and yeah.
Okay. Right. Cool.
Thaxl.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
Well, it feels like it's been 2 years, but in game...
Feels like it's been 2 years.
Nice. That's a tricky answer, huh? If it's a Tassos question.
It is.
Did you see all the paintings on the walls, Evie?
This is awkward.
It's a long story. It's physically in this time frame hasn't seemed like it's been that long, but in another time frame we were together for like 15 years. So
you really love him.
Yeah.
Does he love you, love?
Well, you fucking better.
That's an amazing Thaxl answer.
I mean, yes. When I walked in, he obviously left in a hurry, which means he cares when something important is happening. So, I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Be careful.
Be careful of feelings because they hurt. I understand that.
Oh, no.
Oh, be careful of love?
No. Love is amazing, if you can catch it. There's no better person if she finds a way to take over his body, be careful. You have to be prepared for the unexpected, love. I will help you in any way that I can, as long as I get my ship in my name.
Oh, yeah, no, your ship's taken care of. And if it's not, then Oliver's running around outside and we'll take care of that individual. So, if you catch my drift. Have you met Oliver? He's a basilisk and he's precious. He's my baby.
Wait, but don't they, wait, those statues outside, love?
Oh, yeah, he did that.
How? Oh, yeah, I saw him when I was coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blinders on and eating some meat and yeah.
Yeah, so that's Oliver.
Wait, is that why you wanted the antidote?
Well, yeah. Just to make, I mean, if you have a poison, it's always good to have a like an antidote as a backup.
Right.
I mean, I'm not draining my baby dry. Like, that's preposterous. I saved him, but not to be a blood bag.
But you're using it.
I'm not using it right now. I was going to ask first. God, I haven't had a chance to have a heart-to-heart with my baby.
All right. I mean, okay. It's your thing.
It is. Mm-hmm.
All right.
But you gotta ask these things first, and I can talk to animals.
Okay. I'm gonna walk out there. You kind of remind me of my mother a little bit. Not in a bad way, love. Not in a bad way. Just a little bit.
I don't know how I'm supposed to take that. But later on, we should get back and talk about another thing later. But go take care of your ship, and we'll go back to that.
Right, love. All right. I'll see you later. I'll go walk all the way out and down the hill through the city to my ship.
Nice. Can all three of you make a perception check? Archon's with disadvantage again. Sorry, just because you're sneezing.
Marcon, I swear, if you get above 20.
Nice. 33.
Sorry, do a what?
Perception check, disadvantage.
I got a 14.
Well,
I'm disadvantaged?
No, just Marcon, because he's trying to get his rest in.
Well, I got a really bad roll, so it's in dice jail, but I rolled an 8.
Okay. And Thaxl?
18.
Okay.
And if we have time, I also want to do a spell later.
So this room, with the overcast nature outside, there's a lot of diffused light, but that leaves a lot of room for shadows in this room. There's a number of recesses and closet space and corners that are just dark with furniture and otherwise. And as you're saying that to Evie, you kind of pivot in your room to turn back around the room, but as you do, you have to do a double take, as you could have sworn for a moment that you saw a figure standing in the corner in the dark in a recess in a shadow. Humanoid figure. You look back, make an investigation check as you look back and try, because you don't see any, you look back and it looks like shadow, but you kind of keenly look at it.
Did we find out who got inspiration for her this evening?
Oh,
definitely not me.
Marcon. Yep.
I just saw that.
Oh, it was me.
That asshole sleeping.
Oh, asshole.
I got a big old 5.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, just shadow. Weird.
Every time I roll it again, it's like, oh, there's their high number. I take out my knife, my little dagger,
okay,
and go to that dark corner and scope around, look again, go under the bed.
What is that? Would you mind describing in with a little more detail, just so I can gauge what happens? How you go about searching that corner?
Okay, let's see. Just gonna go back to the corner with her dagger. Down, up, down, and no, she's not gonna do that either.
Even with that, if you're just sticking the dagger in and going like down, up, down, up.
No, sorry. No, that was me trying to figure out if she was holding it up
or
down.
Okay. It's off in the corner. Like, okay, well, that makes this easy. Yeah.
Now. She is going to, produce flame.
Okay.
With her dagger to try to, like, shed some light and look that way.
Okay. As you do the light, the shadow recedes a little bit. As though the shadow was... more than it should be, and as it recedes, it takes on a brief physical form and into a swarm of little bats flop and fly all around you in the room. They start swirling around you a bit.
Try to swipe at one.
Okay. Just make a general attack with your dagger.
Does this happen right as soon as I step out of the room, or would I be a few minutes down the hall?
Probably a few minutes down the hall. Mm-hmm. Or a minute down the hall.
That's going to be an 18.
Okay. So you feel like you nick one, and it flies across the room, shifts into a humanoid form. Gosh. It looks like a human, or at one point was a human, very pale purplish skin, dark hues. Scruffy hair, fairly short, also really dark, like raven black. A bit of a blue and purplish hue to the eyes that glow unnaturally. And with fangs. And it's in a very, like, Phantom of the Opera attire. and there's a... you're very keen, aren't you? And you can see a little gash on their cheek. Wipes their hand over it and it heals up. I do apologize for the intrusion. We're merely here to watch, that's all.
That's creepy. Who the fuck are you?
I'm one of the Vampires 3.
Okay.
Kind of bites their thumb in a weird, like a creepy...
And I'm supposed to know who you are?
No, you're not.
I'm what?
You're not.
No.
I'll be on my way. I do apologize. And I start backing up towards the door.
Gust, the door closed. If it's not already closed.
Shuts close. Oh, you'd like
I'm not leaving.
All right. Whatever shall we do to entertain ourselves then? Play a game, perhaps?
I don't do well with games.
Shame.
What are you doing in my husband's room?
Oh, I can go where I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
I have the owner's permission.
Okay. And which owner are you referring to? I just want to hear you say it.
Of course you do.
You do.
Delicious. Don't you have some grand emergency that you have to take care of?
It can wait. I'm waiting for this emergency to start, or whatever. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Who gave you permission? It wasn't Tassos.
Oh no, boring gentlemen.
Who's Rhea?
Rhea who? Who's this Rhea you speak of?
Can I do an insight check to see?
It's a super low DC. He's totally being an asshole about it.
Good.
DC of 5.
23.
Okay, yeah. Yep,
Oh.
no, he's just, teasing you because he's not going to actually say who it is. Like, he's already teased you enough to let you know, but he's not going to give you that concrete answer.
Did she send you here to spy on me?
Oh, not her. She has other matters to attend to.
What are you doing here?
Keeping an eye on you.
Me?
Yes. Well,
Why?
because we're in town.
And you report back to her?
Report back to who?
I want you
Oh.
to give her a message.
Oh. Yes, please tell me what it is. If I see this person named Ray, be sure to pass it along.
And I want you. And I will then alter self because I can do it at will.
Nice.
And look like her.
Ooh, mm-hmm.
I look like Rhea.
It's a good
And
look
I walk
on you.
over.
Hmm.
Is it? Yeah. And I put this hand on his shoulder.
Mhm.
I want to send me, Rhea, a nice little message.
Yes.
And I stab him.
Ooh, nice. Okay, go ahead and roll through.
With a poison dagger, by the way.
Ooh, awesome.
I know it's a vampire, but whatever, fuck it.
Go for it.
That is a 26.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage and add the poison as well.
There is.
Good night for stabbing vampires.
Yeah.
I need to make a con save.
Okay.
That depends on if I add.
Let's see. That's only 12.
Good. It fails.
Nice.
Um, 17 plus 4 is 21.
Nice.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 21 points of piercing and poison damage.
Okay. Oh. You're a stabby one, aren't you? Oh, and you hear just outside the door, pitter-patter of quick feet. The door pushes open. Oh, Lady Thaxl, the ships are ready. He turns into bats and flies out. As Magdalena bursts in, unwelcomed, into the room. What? As she looks at you like, no judgment. No judgment. I know you like to bring a lot of. I know you like to bring a lot of animals around here. But the bats? Do we need the bats in the house? I don't know if the Davanstaars would approve, ma'am.
Magdalena, shut the fuck up before I rip your tongue out.
Well, the ship's all ready, ma'am, and I will see you
Thank you.
elsewhere. And she turns around and walks down the hallway.
You got a vampire haunting your halls, by the way.
Do
I
like
get
extra
it.
loud thing.
I get it now.
Nice.
One of these days, I will have the satisfaction. One of these days.
All right, so she effectively let you know that first ship is about 5 minutes out from being ready.
Okay. She's going to, because she has to know. She just has to know. Since she has a 5, I mean, it takes 10 minutes, but she has a 5-minute heads up, I guess. I would like to take out my, chalice.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. My focus for scrying.
Yes, yep.
I'm pretty sure it was a chalice. Anyways, and I'm gonna set it, or I'm gonna first of all close the door, hop back up on our bed, make sure Batty Face isn't around again. And no, sorry, I'm at the foot of the bed on the floor. Set the chalice down, and I have like a piece of paper, a map or something that he was working on, and I'm going to try and scry on him.
All right, let's see.
On Tassos.
Okay.
The Batty Face.
So familiar, you know the target well. Okay. So you will do... target must make a wisdom saving throw, although I feel like he would be... I guess they still do that, huh? Okay. Good. So he's failed pretty miserably, which is good, what we want, right? So you can see him. The DC's dropped by an additional 5 because you know him so well. All right, they can fail the saving voluntary if I guess they wouldn't really know, but you rolled poorly. Anyway, so that's fine. All right, so this spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of him. So you can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there, and the sensor moves with the target remaining within 5 feet of him at all times. So as you do, you sit down, you practice. You've practiced this and successfully have done this at least once. And again, you feel your vision yourself sort of drawn through out to the dock, drawn at super speed at one jump at a time, out across the ocean, over toward the Omega Curtain. And actually, you feel like this pressure on this left-hand side as you start having to skirt the Omega Curtain. And the closer you get to the ship that's skirting the Omega Curtain, the more you feel this heavy interference that blurs part of your vision and creates like a static in your field of vision. You actually start feeling almost like a little clawing at the edges of your mind. Do you want to continue through up to the ship? It's in the distance currently as you start feeling those little clawing at your mind. Frickin' Omega Curtain.
Oh, my heart says yes. The dice say no. What should I do?
Awesome.
I don't want her mind to be mush. A little bit further.
Okay.
But if she feels like it's about to eat at her, physically eat at her, she'll pull back.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw if you would. That'll help us figure out.
That I can do. 28.
Okay. You push forward and it stays there at the edges of your mind as you zoom in twice more until you're there within 10 feet of Tassos, tied to the main mast of a rather large and fast-looking ship, along with a number of other crew. You see that he doesn't have any visible scarring on the outside, aside from down the side of his neck and out onto his. He's got a privateer shirt on that's sort of pulled open from being tussled about, and you see going down his chest and down over his shoulder that necrotic damage from a spell that's just poured in and create those little viney necrotic tendrils that go through his skin. And mind you, Tassos is super tough, right? Because you've seen him fight the dragon and everything else. So it may have been partly poor rolls, sorry Tassos, and partly Ormia being a lich and in a very strong form right now. And there's crews. They're not on land or out at sea. And there was some other. That was weird. Some other. Oh, it's Liam. So you all right, buddy?
It's a vampire.
Yeah. Like oh.
It's a vampire.
Everybody, everything all right? Oh, careful. Oh, you don't. Do you want a little bit of water?
It was the Baron.
All right, we'll go rest upstairs. Go lay down, rest up, okay? Yep, Okay, sorry. Right. Yes, so necrotic damage, and he's conscious, but you can see him sort of going in and out. There's only like 6 other people tied around this mast, uncomfortably together around this mast. You don't see any of the rest of his crew. You zoom past his ship, which is following Nobella's. It seems that the people don't look like mafia people. They look like hired help. So probably under Nobella's command that are manning the other ship. The scene looks like she's killed everyone except for like 5 of his people and taken over both ships. They're both sailing in the same direction, one right behind the other. Currently no one is speaking, but you do see him still alive. He's really tough, so he's taking the damage. He doesn't look like near death. He's just heavily wounded. The other 4 or 5 individuals look near death. And you see nearby, let's see, you can only see in here within 10 feet. I guess that's all you'd see here for now. Sorry, there isn't much going on aside from that. You see the occasional crew member run by. Yeah, I guess that's it. But he's alive.
Good killer.
You get the feeling that she may have planned for scrying by hugging the Omega Curtain. She may have a decent understanding of it, and that it blocks things like that. So
Gotcha,
it's only
gotcha.
your super wisdom save that that you push through.
Wise as fuck.
You do see Tassos, in a semi-conscious state, sort of roll over his eyes, and he'll, for flavor, he'll see the sensor and just.
Oh no! I'm coming for you. He can't hear, but she'll whisper that, and then, oh my god, maybe I shouldn't have phrased it like that. No, can't do it.
He's heard that before, yeah.
See you soon.
Nice.
I'll save you. Okay, she'll pull back and pack her cup again, the little chalice. Look around once more. She's keeping the shirt that she's been wearing. She'll take it off and fold it and put it in her bag.
Nice.
For safekeeping. And probably take one of the drawings too.
All right.
That looks finished.
Yeah.
Kind of roll it up and stick it in a pouch.
Nice.
Yeah, and then takes one more look around the room. For any shadows, anything else like that.
Okay. Everything looks.
And then, if it's clear, she will close the door and go to find Maeve. We'll start with Maeve.
Okay. Nice. You go down and the door. You knock on it. Oh, come in, dear.
Hi, it's me.
Oh.
It's me.
Yes. Is it it's time then? Is it?
Uh-huh.
Very well. I'll ready myself and I'll be out shortly.
Okay. Thanks. And she'll go over to Marcon's room. Just, hello. Knock a little harder. Is the door open?
No, it's locked.
You don't have a pistol.
Pounds.
He's gonna wake up. He's gonna be like, "Are we ready to go, or is the house on fire?"
We're ready to go.
Okay.
I tried being nice.
All right. And then he'll get up and start putting all his stuff on.
Nice. Awesome.
Then we're going to go find Evie. No, she's at the ship.
Yeah, she's heading back down to the ship. Evie, you also would have been stopped by Magdalena on her way up. Like, you're leaving and she was coming up the stairs. And she just would have reinforced, we'll talk business whenever. And if you had all mentioned, the ship or stocking, she would say that she'll message down ahead of you and take care of that.
Aye. Definitely.
Nice.
She would have mentioned.
Sweet. All right, so she'll send a message down to the docks ahead of you. They'll stock it for you because you're here with Thaxl. And by the time you get down to the ship, it's stocked. And you're ready to roll. So, mast has been repaired as well. They have experts here. They use a little magic in the process too. And yours was actually a moderately easy. Yeah, nice. Woohoo! And what's his name? Just ahead of you has you see he's he'll catch up a little bit after you check your ship and see that it's stocked and everything else. He'll come down to the ship and yell at it, give you the deed that's been updated as you're the owner and you're the captain. And is there a name that you right, the name. Not only is the name on the deed, but as you accept the deed, the plaque on the back, if you want it to anyway, there's has the fool on it now, tell Sifi, across the back of the ship will change to what is it, the Black Death? Mm-hmm. To the Black Death, if you so desire. That's for flavor. So if Melissa wants it to happen, it can. Woo! Okay, nice. Magic folds the letters over on themselves and creates this new deal on the end.
It's a payday.
Photoshop. Let's see. Magdalena will, of course, catch everyone as they're preparing to leave the house, in whatever room the three of you have congregated to get the rest of your stuff. Right, so, we'll have to stay here at the, right now, it's Magdalena. Well, I have to stay here at the estate, of course. Please do see that, you bring Tassos back, in order to help you. I've found a couple of, healing potions might help along the way, just in case you get yourselves hurt out there. It doesn't look like any of your, well, maybe you got a little bit of healing there, not sure, but, here you are. She'll take out 3, of the second level healing potions. I think they're greater healing potions. No, I'm sorry. She gives you superior healing potions, which are dope.
Yes!
Because it's the Davanstaars. So you can each take one if you want. She just has the 3, so 3 out of 4 of you. Right. Well, I wish there was more I could do, but I do hope that first ship's ready. The other 2 set out a little bit behind. You should be able to catch up with whatever ship's out there. There aren't too many out in the. And Vossarel, at least that right, no, she actually set sail from here. A ship she has is not a fast one now. She, apparently Tassos, before leaving, had looked into that ship that disembarked. It is not fast, but these the lead ship gonna be faster, and of course Evie, your ship will be just as fast, if not a little faster than the lead ship. So you should catch up. That's gonna take a good probably half a day or so. Maybe closer to 3/4 of a day from what our folks are saying down at the harbor.
Thank God, my heart is so low.
All right, well, best luck to y'all, Lady Thaxl. A pleasure as always, she says, sort of angrily from your last conversation where she's asked back. Sir Marcon, it has been a pleasure seeing you again. I do hope that I wish you the very best, and I have no doubt that you do not need any well wishes to take care of yourself. So you do well out there.
No. Oh yeah.
Nice. And the same with you, Lady Mayriel. And I think maybe will take a little offense at the lady. She doesn't like that Sealy Court type nonsense. But the three of you can head out. The rain is a soft rain outside. You can find your way back down to the harbor, where you see Evie dancing on the deck of her ship as she's setting stuff up with her complement of crew. If you want, well, here's the thing, Evie. Do you want to pick up some sailor? They have people that you can take under your employ here that need work. Sailors, so you can bring your crew from 3, which is the bare bones. As you can tell, sometimes you have struggle in a naval engagement. You would not be able to manage the ship and fire weaponry, but if you have a full crew, if you have more than half your crew I think is 12 in total. So if you have more than or 6 or more outside of all of you professionals manning the ship, then you'll be able to do that. So if you were to take another 3 on, 4 on, 3 technically because you're the captain, so 3 more, then you'd be able to do both, navigate the ship safely and fire weapons and stuff. But entirely up to you. Just want to give you the basics of the mechanics.
Let's do 4.
Okay. All right, now they of course go for the going rate. But we can abide by, this is one of the folks down at the harbor master, probably. We can abide by their, not abide. We can vouch for their work ethic.
Yada yada.
All right, ma'am.
Yada.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Get them on my ship,
right.
mate. I mean, I don't give a rat's ass.
Nice. All right, so you've got the other 4 loaded up on there. And yes, the rest of you show Evie's like getting her ship, helping out the crew, but like dancing across the deck as she's she's doing it. Ship looks great. Evie, as you came down, you did notice a film of that rot, just a film on the lacquer of the ship when you came down. So they had a couple of their wizards just prestidigitate some of it off to try and keep ahead of it. But even in that half a day you've been here, it picked up some of that shadow rot stuff.
We need to get out of here as fast as we can, loves. Oh.
Well,
Ready, let's go.
The sail.
if you
Anchor up.
all right, the crew starts hustling around. Mavriel's, I'll be over there. She heads across the deck to just kind of watch what people are doing and stuff. And
I'll just give her a nod.
Evie, would you say you have a full crew? Is this good enough?
it's just
I
over
think
half.
we need more.
No. The only reason I'm asking is because after that storm, I don't plan on doing much. So until we get to Tassos, I'm just letting you know. Until we get to Tassos, I'm not doing anything. So I'm gonna go to my first mate's quarters. I'll see y'all later. And Marcon's gonna head on to the ship.
Nice. There's a new door put in where the old one was with the shot out handle. Brand new door. Yeah.
You did the hard work, mate. You did the hard.
That's right. Absolutely.
The cannons were half-assed. All right, the cannons were nothing, love.
Who got you your ship back?
Oh, fuck you.
Marco's just gonna kind of look at her incredulously, like, "What are you talking about?"
Blood curse right now, you motherfucker.
That's amazing.
Fucking dare you.
It's like, I don't even know why we're having this discussion. Like,
Wank off.
It's amazing. Awesome. Well, yeah, you can go into your quarters, nice and comfy, cozy. I can picture Marcon saying that as he's like walking out of sight down the thing. Like, who got you your ship back?
yeah.
That'll just be the thing now. He walks off and says some bullshit, and she's just like,
"Why you?" Yeah. Nice.
Amazing.
And then Thaxl, what are you up to as you're on the ship and Evie's giving commands to get the ship underway? You see a ship in the next dock over, also getting its sails are down, the anchors being drawn, gangplank, all that. It's getting ready to go.
she'll make her way, I guess, to the front of the ship.
Oh, right. Are you going on Evie's or the other ship?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, the Evie's. Yeah.
All right. You got the bow?
The bow, is that what it is? I don't know. The bow and be lost in bot.
Oh.
I don't know what else. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You see as it goes just from the boat rocking up and down to some of the smaller sails being let loose and some oar work to get out of the port along with the other ship. And the boats take off back into the open waters. It's not noticeable at first. Both ships are keeping up, going at about the same pace. But Evie, you do see after about an hour and a half, Evie's ship is going a little bit faster. Now, Evie, do you want to continue pursuing? Like, you could probably get there like an hour before this other ship if you went full steam ahead. Or do you want to keep pace with the other ship to both arrive at the same time? And Thaxl, have you told anyone about the two ships that are now under...
I would have gone to Evie to inform her, yes. Because I haven't had the chance yet, but I would have. I could pull her off to the side right now.
Okay.
Heads up. So I did a little scrying, and that bitch has two ships.
Like.
Instead of just the one, she now has two. I think she had one, came up on Tassos's, took his, and now she commands both. Him and about 5 or 6 other people are tied up on the mast on one, and then I couldn't really see that far ahead. So, but she does have 2 ships. Just let you know. Don't go in guns a-blazing just by ourselves, because even though she's the worst, she's also a lich. So, backup's great.
Listen with my ego, love.
If you would like to go by yourself. I'm just saying.
How long would it take for, like, if I go full speed ahead and get there? You said an hour, right?
You'd be there an hour before the other ship. You're looking at about 18 hours in total. 17 hours for you, 18 hours for the other ship. So if you went full speed, you'd get there just an hour before the other one. Or you could match speeds and both get there in 18 hours.
I'm just saying it may... Like, if you want to beat them by, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, that's totally cool. Because I get it.
Alright, beat them by 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, full speed ahead, mates.
Alright. So you're looking to kind of finagle it to get there about a half an hour before the other ship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't want to be, literally, right on Nobella's ass. I kind of want to be, a little bit further. I want to be 30 minutes early, but not, so close that
okay.
jumping on them.
All right. What I'll do is as soon as you get within visual, which is, a few miles at least, I'll let you know. That way you can go from there.
And then we can slow down.
All right. So, in that case, off...
And I'm going to go to bed.
Nice. You have one person... you'll have to pick someone from the crew to act as, a first mate. Of course, they're probably going to ask for a little more. If someone has first mate duties, they'll want to get paid a little bit more. There's a whole assortment. You can make up whoever's there. So if you have a description in your mind of one of the sailors that you want to be first mate.
They do not get first mate accommodations, though.
Nice.
Just make sure.
That's amazing. Is there any individual or?
I'm kind of afraid to ask Marcon to be first mate.
He did take over the first mate quarters. Really, it's his job.
Well, you would know that a first mate that doesn't know how to sail a ship, we're probably going to spell disaster for your ship. As much as they would, you know.
Yeah.
I tried. I tried. What about one of the people, one of the 3 that came with us initially? They survived the storm. Surely they know how to.
Yeah, yep, those 3 included. That makes 7 in total that you could ask.
Right. You 3 over there. Come here. What's your name?
Oh, I'll let you come up with names if you
Many,
want.
many, mighty.
No. Kind of rude.
I'm not being. It's not my ship. It's not my ship. It's not my ship.
Mike.
Aye, Captain.
Adrian.
Aye, Captain.
Sarai.
Sarai, female presenting.
Yeah.
Aye, Captain. They'll stand at attention.
Sorry, I just had a funny thought in my head. How long have you guys been with this ship? Before I came along.
Mike seems to be thinking on the question for longer than one should need to think on it. I guess.
All right, you're excused.
Yes, Captain. And they scurry off. What was the second Mike? Someone in Sarai? I didn't write down the.
Adrian.
Huh?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah,
Okay.
Adrian.
Adrian. Well, I suppose. And Sarai speaks up over him. 3 months, Captain. 3 months, Captain. We were hired, but not put out to sea. We were part of the crew that sailed the ship over to the kingdom, the port where you found us.
Right.
And then we were stationed there for the past week or so, awaiting our new owner. She makes a little slight side eye, but catches herself. And Adrian's like, "Oh, right, ma'am, you're right. That's correct."
Back to your station, Adrian.
Yes, ma'am. And he scurries off. And Sarai stands there, eager and at attention, hands behind her back, clasped behind
How long have you been at sea?
Oh, well, I was raised on ships, ma'am. My mother was a sailor. I never knew my father, but my mother was a sailor, and I grew up on ships. I know them inside and out, especially this one, this class, and she'll, reference the class of ship. I forget what it is. I don't have it. But I excel in most positions, and she'll kind of cover the, her experience in each one. She's definitely
Do you have a habit of interrupting people, lass?
Just when they're wasting your time, ma'am.
All right. Probation period.
Oh.
First mate.
Oh, she gets excited and then catches. Yes, well, of course. Thank you very much, ma'am. I will not let you down.
I don't want to hear all this chatter. Just sail the ship. I need to take a nap.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. All right. Bye.
She'll walk up and take the helm, and then let her excitement out.
Probably does a little jig while
Yeah.
like,
Awesome. All right. So you are able to get your rest. Marcon, you're able to get yours. Mavriel, after the ship disembarks and she watches and sees what she wants to see, she's gonna go as well and make that happen. So Thaxl, how about you? What do you want to do?
She is going to. Dang it! All the nice beds are taken. She's just gonna find a room, probably near Maeve, and try to get some sleep. catch up on some sleep.
Okay, there's one.
She wants to be ready.
Ah, okay. So you find a room right next to Mavriel's, and you're also able to get, of course, a very good night of sleep. All right.
We got long rest.
Long rest. I'm going to mark it in here. Fantasy grounds. All right. Long
And
rest.
Dan,
Yeah.
I want a 6-week probation period
Okay. 6 weeks.
because I'm really picky. Well, Evie's really picky.
Nice. All right. So let me just export this.
How about that absent Thaxl?
Yeah.
Awesome. Everyone, it's pretty dope stuff. I love that you took a swig. I know you were taking small swigs, but it was still funny that it was a swig's worth of that. It worked out well. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm missing someone here. Where's my OBS? All right, at Marcon, right, Evie. Okay, so, yep, after a full night's rest, how comfortable. You are, let's see, that's probably been about an hour and a half, so we'll say 2 hours, right, to keep it simple, plus a 10. So you're, we will say an hour and a half. That'll keep it simple because you're getting there half an hour early. So that would be 9.5 hours. So you've got 10 hours to go until you, 8 hours to go until you arrive at the ship. Is there anything you want to do in that meantime, or do you just want to beat feet and skip out to the point where you see your ship on the horizon?
Oh, the Evie wants to. She probably wants to pick a fight with Marcon.
She's gonna practice alter selfing because, again, this is the best thing because I can just do it willy nilly.
Oh, that's amazing.
Transforming herself into Kaylin.
Oh, snap!
She's gonna practice on getting all those details right. So when she catches Nobella, she's gonna throw her off.
Yeah, right? No kidding.
So yeah, she's practicing in front of a mirror. Like, was it like this?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
I think she really wants to fight with Marcon.
Also
right
preparing
now.
spells.
But like, that's a good idea, Thaxl. You get under her skin so bad and so perfectly. She just want to fucking throw you off.
Nice.
She knows you're hanging that over her head. Like,
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
fucking hates it.
Yeah.
We'll just go to the front part of the ship and just look out to sea and ignore everybody and just like have the anchor necklace that she has in her right hand and just start. It's almost like she's kind of fiddling with it in her hand and go and looking out to sea and humming some tunes from her childhood and thinking of her mom.
Oh, okay. All right. You continue on and continue on and continue on until you're getting moderately close to that time frame. Everyone's keeping very vigilant eye out as it is approaching that time where you should be running into. Where's that image? Well, whatever. Guess we're not going to have that. But you're also approaching the Omega Curtain. You're sort of, she took a swooping L shape up to go. You're going like directly up to where you think that she should be. For whatever reason, she wants to hug that Omega Curtain. If each of you can roll a perception check. For anyone that's up on the deck, looking out over towards the Omega Curtain. Nope, okay. For anyone that's up there, go ahead and make a perception check then.
How long has time passed? Because she was practicing in front of a mirror. But she's not going to stay there forever.
After sleeping, there were still 8 hours left. So I'll say maybe as much time as you want within that 8 hours. So you'd have, a couple of hours to practice. I'm sorry. Before this is like 7 of the hours. So it's only like an hour until you're supposed to be at your meetup.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, she'll probably look out then.
Okay. All right. Then go ahead, Evie, if you're looking anyway.
21.
Ooh, okay.
29.
Ooh.
Nice. All right.
I'm invested.
So invested. One track mind.
On track mind.
Roll for Maeve.
Get my go back.
Just check Maeve's.
Also preparing my spells.
Nice. Just checking Maeve's stat. She rolled so garbage. Well, I rolled so garbage. Okay.
I'm gonna prepare my spells too. Actually.
Nice. Okay. Get them ready.
Sure.
I have a really good one to use.
Yeah.
All right. Oops.
But I only have 1 slot.
Let's just get this beautiful image up. Of course, you may have to resize it. Sorry. This is a general vibe for this area, right? So this isn't what you're seeing in the water per se, but out in the distance there are some. You see these clouds climb just who even knows how high, and the ocean waters themselves seem to have massive so many mile wide swells, like something. I mean, nothing could be that large to just. Oh no, wait, Thaxl, you've seen something that could be that large to displace that much water. You see at least 2 in opposite directions, sort of swarming about, but way beneath the curtain of rain of the Omega curtain. And where you are, you're actually approaching the edges of these massive 100-mile wide whirlpools that slowly drag ships to their doom. So you're staying on the outside. You're.
I'll command everybody to slow down.
Nice. Okay, you're probably about 10 nautical miles or 10 miles out from that. And so you must be getting close. You might have made a little better time than anticipated, both ships with tailwinds. So that also alerts you, Evie, with your knowledge of this, that you're probably closer to 10-15 minutes out of the proposed time to start seeing Nobella's ship. Oh, it just started raining here. Oh, it's extra beautiful. All right. Mark, and you feel a bit of a swell, in the ocean. There is some extra turmoil out here, even below decks. You feel, the difference in the waves and such, and rocking. Mavriel, I'm sure that, well, she didn't see this stuff initially. Sailors are going to talk, and no one goes out this far, so everyone's a little bit nervous. But the 3 that have been with you because they went with you and you brought them through that other storm seem to be instilling confidence in the others, and they continue their work as per normal.
Bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer.
Nice. Mavriel is, as she hears some of the chatter, looks out and sees those. On the horizon, after another 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, you see the tail, in the distortion of the horizon there, head directly north. You see what appears to be one ship, and then a couple minutes later, perhaps a second ship, sailing north. You hear one of the crewmen, "Ships ahead!" call from the crow's nest. And you have your spy. If you have a spyglass, you can look, or you can borrow one of the sailors if you don't have one on your person, Evie or anyone.
Well, I have that. My.
Oh, goes. And you see a little bit better. They're still really hard to see on the horizon, but there are in fact 2 ships. One sailing just to the side of the other and a little bit ahead, headed in a perfectly northern direction, skating along the Omega curtain, which you all now are. You landed just a little south, so you're of course corrected to stay outside of the whirlpools, and you're heading directly north now behind them, catching up slowly, probably another 20-30 minutes to completely catch up.
Thaxl.
Is that them?
Aye. This better be worth it, love.
and you just see like the most determined and angry, and like imagine lightning, little like electricity. She is now angry and seething and just bound and determined to murder this bitch.
Make a charisma saving throw, please, Thaxl.
Son of a bitch.
With
Why?
disadvantage because you're pumped.
I now have no fear.
Yeah, you see her ripped and mad.
Hold on.
God damn it, Dan. If you can...
Someone's talking about Brixie. That's like,
Asshole.
Oh, that was awful.
terrible. I'm a
That's
terrible human being.
Fucked up.
You are terrible.
Okay.
Asshole
May
is my
I-
humor.
So I'm gonna ask, because it was brought up earlier in chat.
Oh.
Horsey offered
Yeah.
their subscription
Go for
die.
it.
If I may take it, Horsey, I would like to roll again.
It is upped due to everyone's levels. It's now 2d8 instead of 114. It's 2d8, so potential of 16 if both come in.
Okay. Well, if Horsey's still good with me taking that subscriber day. What did he say here? I know he said it twice. He said it twice.
He did say anyone, so.
Okay,
But let
okay.
us know if anything's up with that, Horsey. Ah, cool. He says you go for it.
Oh, he said you good to go.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my god. Okay, 2d8.
Go for it, babe.
Because God, I need it, because charisma is my worst.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Clearly.
Wait. How far away are you from me?
I don't know. I'm on the boat.
Are you on the
Where-
deck?
She's-
Are you on the
she's on
deck?
deck.
Evie, yeah.
Yeah, we're
On
on
the deck by
near
Evie.
the front of the boat.
Is she like above me?
I don't know.
No, you're in the
Oh,
back.
yeah, you're towards the back.
If
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
in
then
the
never
rooms,
mind. Then never
you're in the
mind.
back.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I was
we're
trying to
too
give you
far
plus
away.
4. Yeah, I was trying to give you plus 4.
Running to the back of the ship.
You guys need to research ships for real. Like, get your shit together.
You better mark on a nautical admiral.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Love ships.
So charisma. Let's see. That was disadvantage. So 14
Okay.
is as good as.
All right. Well, listen, Thaxl, you are full of that rage that you described, so much so that you cannot help but let out this loud scream of anger. And as you do, you feel like you're bursting with anger. And this scream becomes, as you feel this bursting begins to feel physical, like you are enlarging and reshaping, much like you do when you shift forms. But this scream of rage turns into a loud, echoing howl as your form bends over onto all fours and you shift into a proper dire werewolf. Huge scar running up over your shoulder from your regular form is transferred into these white, much like your image here in your character, the white neck and jaw and paws and legs with the grays and blacks behind that. And it's a proper scary, vicious. It's not just a dire wolf. It's this dire werewolf. Looks hardcore vicious. The eyes glaring and glowing, and just this howl resonates the boards of the ship for anyone nearby. She howls into the light rain that's falling on them, and up into the air with let's see, that makes it. It was you were there. I'm gonna say the moons just recently came out through some of the clouds in the sky. The rain clouds is some parting spaces, and just as you held, space in the clouds reveals the two moons that shine down and illuminate you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Yay!
Get it.
I
Phoebe's just gonna
completely,
stand there and smark.
Oh wow.
I completely
Yeah.
forgot about it, and then I remembered about it, and then I was like,
Nice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have really good wisdom saves, and I'm like, you know what? This is a charisma thing now because you're like, oh yeah, you know. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, let's do this. This is a great time for that. Yeah,
I wanted to fail. Damn it.
yeah. You were doing the thing like, oh, well, if she succeeds, she succeeds. But it was a pretty high DC, so that's good.
Oh, well, good, because my charisma sucks.
Nice. Well, that works out well then. Yes, back from the crossover when you were scraped or bit or whatever they
Yes,
did for
I was-
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was nibbled.
That's right. They nibbled gently.
Yeah, it was a nib,
That's good.
and we didn't know what it was, and I think that was back with Rhea too. Oh
Yeah.
my god, no one knows except Aga.
Yep.
Oh, I'm a motherfucking dire werewolf.
Yeah. And I'll send you a little bit about what that means for your character, and some of the deets that you would know at this point from that. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, Mad Art. Yes, I was just thinking about Danny.
Yeah, go put your requests in if Steph has a poll, or put them in so she can put it in the poll. Oh my gosh, thank you, players. Amazing as always. You crack me the F up. Thank you, players. Sorry, that's gonna come
It's a
through.
love-hate relationship.
It's amazing, you know, so funny. Awesome. Let's see, make sure this is not.
Everybody's getting on her nerves. All of you, that's all my shit.
Hey, but at least we have your respect.
Yes. Yes,
You know?
right? And that's what's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
just
yeah,
don't ask Marcon to do anything.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing.
She's still gonna try to push you off the ship on anything.
Well, things will get crazy. I've got, because of some components of the new campaign, which are airships and stuff, I have so much boat stuff and boat
That's
interactions.
gonna be super cool. Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So,
I can't wait to watch it.
oh, it's so dope. I can't even talk about that. I'll get too excited and spill so many beans about it. All right, so thank you, viewers, as well, for hanging tight with us tonight. Such a fun. Oops, I know that as well. Such a. I had a blast, so I hope you all did.
Oh yeah.
Good.
yeah.
You're so good. I love your interactions, and we got so much done. It's one of those things where we're in one place for a hot minute, like in the city, but there was just so much that happened and so much that got done. I can't wait to see where we end up next week. I mean, confrontation with Nobella at sea. 1 ship to 2 ships currently, unless you all end up waiting for that other one. Thaxl in dire werewolf form. All this stuff going on. Tassos wounded. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. All right. So,
Do you say that?
yeah, awesome. For anyone that's new tonight, has been watching, what is this amazing show? Well, this has been Kier's Lament. This is our Tuesday night All Evil campaign. We run every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. I really need to we have an updated schedule. I have to find it. Every tomorrow night, every Wednesday night, from 10 to 11:30 or so, usually we do Madbird Squawks, which is our D&D show, talk show. We have guests from across different campaigns come together, and we talk about all this crazy crap that happens throughout the week, and take other questions and such. Every Friday at noon, from noon to 3, this is all Eastern time, if I haven't said that, Mad Heart by Steph. Please consider joining us in our Discord, as you can vote for upcoming fan art that Steph does during that time slot. You can play our Discord D&D, which is text-based D&D. You can check out our hilarious TikToks, and otherwise just chat and hang with us. It's amazing because we're awesome. And that's Mad Art by Steph every Friday afternoon, 12 to 3. Every Friday night we have Stormfall campaign, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, that I also DM, which is high drama. I mean, if you we have a lot of drama in Kier's Lament now, I think too. So I don't know if that's a specific qualifier for that campaign, but that's our good aligned one. So check that out. Every Saturday evening from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern is Tower of Dreams, DM by Andrew. That's a really interesting campaign. It's definitely a different take on D&D with some crafting built in as a baseline in it, but it has a lot of, the characters are amazing. There's a lot of, it's just really fun to watch. Check that out. Coming up, I'm shooting for July 11th, which is not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, to start the new campaign, En Extremis. And that, as I mentioned, has some flying cities akin to another campaign, but in the fourth quadrant of the world. This is where all this takes place. There is no land. Everything's flying. Way stops, cities, you name it. All travel because of what consumes the ground and its relation to the Omega current is all cloudy, just like the Omega current. Teleportation is all but impossible. So airship is used, which opens up the skies to air, like pirates and creatures and all sorts of other stuff. Lots of fun. So check that out. It'll be every Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, hopefully starting July 11th. Every Sunday now between 2 and 5. Is that right? Yeah. Exactly. Right? Yep. Okay, thanks. Between 2 and 5 every Sunday is Madbird Plays at Vic hosts, and that's a shifting arrangement of players play different board games. Jackbox, or we play in Tabletop Simulator, and we get to try all these different fun games each week. So definitely check that out. 2 to 5 Eastern every Sunday. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, is Obsidian Scar that Vic also that she DMs. And that's our Proper Naughty campaign, and I just, that so perfectly sums it up. Don't miss it. Every Monday night we have The Forsaken from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, and I highly suggest checking that out. Steph DMs that one. And that also has floating cities, but in a different respect. Some cities have left the ground in that one. A lot of political intrigue, forbidden magic, and things like that. So check it out every Monday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And that is it for our existing schedule. We have even more stuff than that coming up here in the near future. Yeah, we've got another campaign that I'm doing. And I can't talk too much about it. It's different, very different. It's not even D&D. It's a different thing that deals with magic. Think like magicians and Harry Potter and the Order, or the what's the other little CW one
Magicians?
there? Oh no, there is like the Magicians, yeah, where it's like modern day pulled into, yeah. So think like that. Anyway, and some other stuff on top of that. So other campaigns, other things, and so much goodness coming. All right, for tonight, though, we're going to go ahead and raid Quests and Chaos, as they are so kind, and they raid us moderately often, and it's good content. So let's scooch over there. Thank you again, players, very much for your awesomeness here at the table, as it were. And thank you, viewers, for being here and hanging tight with us. We will catch you all over at Quests and Chaos. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.